So I will start up the stream.
It
Oh wait, whose turn was it to recap?
was Mungus.
Oh, okay, good. So you're here then.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was LJ, and I was like, God damn it.
No, LJ is quartermaster, so we just wouldn't have a quartermaster today. You guys will just put your own stuff in there. Cicera, you would be scribe today if you're okay with that.
Okay.
And Mungus, do you want to give us a quick recap of last time?
Sure. So we began in front of a group of drow toll collectors that have been giving Onvir's family some troubles. And a surprisingly silent Nathan meant that the negotiations were responsible for the negotiations were Mungus and Nasira. Contentious words were exchanged. Mungus goes rogue and offers 1,200 gold in exchange for delivering a package to Revan's Pass. We shifted into a more intimidating negotiation. Nasira started chanting and raised it to almost a boiling point. And then in what will be remembered in fireside chats for years to come, Nasira casts a charisma spell of suggestion on a drow elf captain. Before any blood is spilt, the captain agrees to travel with the Grey Wanderers. He does seem a little more interested in the temple's potion making, as well as our drill. And Nasira has made it clear to the rest of the group that she does not trust this captain, quote unquote. We picked up Wolfen at the temple and headed with Eldwin's help of a teleport into a storage room of the Devil's Hearth Inn. We picked the lot and frightened the young barmaid, and with some mending magic and Mungus's sweet mopping abilities, we were able to convince the owner, Auric, to let us use his storage room as our teleportation / motorcycle club hangout. And we have a new map to show of that. After we finish up at the bar and LJ gets white girl wasted, we head back to the manor. We go into Forum.
White girl wasted?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mungus had to carry her. LJ was acting like a bachelorette party. And so, yeah. Then we get back to the manor. We do some finance work, figuring out Mungus's allowance so he doesn't go rogue again and offers 1,200 for a delivery. And we got 4 days of downtime. Nasira earned a piece of lore on her Storm Boomerang research. We got the ship up and running, and Mungus has started pit fighting to make money. And so we also got some blacksmith tools, and I smelted down some of the gold items into bars so we can pay this captain. Onvir used a scry to try and locate Calathar's. What were we looking for with
Mate.
her? Yes, his mate, and it was blocked. So while we didn't learn any details of locations or what's going on with her or they, we were able to deduce that Calathar's loved one is alive somewhere. Getting onto the ship, we all head out towards Revan's Pass, and yeah, we pick up, I guess, at the ship outside Revan's Pass with the whole crew.
All right, thank you for that recap.
All right. Now, I know we were talking about this a little bit near the end of the session, but how far away from Raven's Pass are we? Like 1,000-ish feet, something like that.
Yeah, you're approaching the front gate at this point. I just lost connection.
Well,
Hang on.
we were going to stow the ship somewhere and approach on foot, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
already been.
We sat down.
Weren't we sending your friend Wolfgang in for a bit?
That was we were going to have that conversation. I think once we got started today, and kind of plan out our approach for uh, Revan's Pass.
If I remember correctly, not Wolfgang, the captain
Wolven.
said, no, I was wrong character completely. Not even the
Okay.
wrong name, wrong character. If I remember correctly, I can't remember his proper name, but the captain said that he could get us through the affluent gate of the
Volley?
affluent area. Yeah,
Volley.
that one. Volley said he could get us through the gate of like the affluent area, which meant that the Steel Shadow would not be able to start shit at all because it's like the well looking after area. Is that am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah,
He said he
so-
I
could
do
it.
think that was, yeah, I do think that was part of it.
He
Didn't put it
offered
in the
you,
recap, but-
yeah, he offered you a secret way in if you want to try to get in unknown. He
Yeah.
said there was some kind of cave he could use to sneak you into Revan's Pass, or you could go in through the front gate.
Yeah, that's right. He said he could sneak us in or get us through one of the good gates.
But he could get you through the front gate as well. Sneaking
I'd
you
say
in.
let's go.
Well,
Go
if
ahead.
if he snuck you in, you might get in trouble with the town for not going in the proper channels. That would be the
Yeah.
only downside.
I
Is
think.
there? Sorry.
No, you keep going. It might affect what I say.
Is there a like kind of like continuous traffic, like people coming and going through the gate, or are we going to stand out when we approach?
So there are people in the surrounding caves. There's some mines nearby that Revan's Pass mines.
So there's
But-
some traffic.
Yeah,
Do I know
not
if
not
my
too
temple-
much.
Do I know if my temple trades with Raven's Pass at all?
Yeah, they usually come over here once in a while. Not often
Yeah,
though.
so I'd know that people are allowed in.
Oh yeah, no, they allow people in. They just take your name and your business, and most likely someone will realize who you all are and tell anyone who's willing to pay for that information that you're in town. But yeah, no, your monastery does most of its training with Candle because Candle's closer. There's just some things that they can't get at Candle. They usually get at Revan's Pass.
Do we want to? I'm not necessarily suggesting split the party, but maybe enter the gates in a couple smallish groups so that we're a little less obvious as a band of mercenaries.
I am pretty much the mascot for the Grey Wanderers at this point. I think anyone who sees me knows that this group is here.
I'm assuming you're also bringing the NPCs into town, right?
Ooh, that is a
Uh,
point.
Well, we left. Let's see. Dosha came with us, right?
Oh, yeah,
Dosha,
you brought like
Sol,
everyone with you.
Ellen,
Dosha,
yeah,
Sol,
everyone but
Calistar.
Calithar.
yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I
Calvin's
want to
the
call
only
him
one that said
Rathmar
no.
for some reason.
He's hanging out at our manor. Okay,
Which
all
makes
right,
me
yeah,
kind
so
of
we've
wonder
got-
how big is this ship, because there's a demon with us.
Oh, it's big. He said that
Can fit
If
If it's like
16 people.
16,
16, yeah, people.
Yeah. So it's fairly large. It's not, like
huge,
a
but yes.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking
Doubles,
I
yeah.
have my old mercenary uniform. I think I might put that on, and when people ask what my business is, just looking for a contractor, looking for gainful employment as a mercenary, as like my ruse to get in.
I mean, if anyone could do it, it's probably you. You've been seen with us the least at this point.
Yeah,
But-
and all the
I say we just
NPCs probably, I mean, they could probably stay on the ship for a while, but you probably don't want them sleeping in there multiple days.
No,
You
I
kinda-
think
Uncomfortable for them.
can we did we talk about, I think we talked about this once before, but I don't remember how we left it. We discussed maybe disguising Ellen and Mirren and what's James's name again?
Davian.
Or something.
Davian.
Did we ever do that?
Does anyone
We
have
didn't
like
do that,
a disguise kit that they can use for that?
Does Nathaniel?
I'm not sure. Let me look.
Because I feel like he's the most likely to.
Like, I don't know, changing their hair
Probably.
color or something to make them just a little. less
Especially
obvious.
Mirren.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
bright
considering
red
both
hair.
women, yeah, because considering both women were sought by this family that may be integrated with Steel Shadow or even the employers of.
He does not have a disguise kit. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
that
know. I
was
think
one
we should
excuse
just
for
go
that.
enter the gates, but I do worry about our NPCs being recognized and not.
Now, I will say, if we do go through the gates, 100% Soul isn't coming with us.
Yeah, you
Oh,
probably
yeah.
don't want to bring your demon in.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's up to Dosha if he wants to stay with the ship or come with us, I think.
Do we
How about
know?
Dosha and Soul stay with the
That's
the
actually a point.
NPCs?
Can we ask Volley how Knowles, like, if they see a Knoll, are they likely to go, oh, a Knoll, kill it?
He says, I don't think so. I mean, it's not common, but there are gnolls who pass through. All sorts of people and humanoids come through Evans Pass.
Just wanted to clarify that, so we're not just thinking about bringing him into an instant death trap.
He says, well, you know what I could do? Perhaps I'll get you all through the main gate and sneak your more conspicuous friends in through the tunnels.
That's actually maybe a good idea.
He says,
What about the known members of our group going in through the main gate, the ones that are going to be recognizable no matter what, and then perhaps Mungus and the NPCs? I don't know if it would be of benefit to us for Mungus to remain not knowing.
I'll go
if
with
he's
the
associated.
captain. I'll go with the captain, Wolf and the NPCs.
It's
And
possible that it might come in handy that we have some people that aren't known to be members of our group. You know what I mean?
well, I think if you all are going to be traveling together, everyone will quickly figure out who's in the group. But, yeah, I could probably hide the identities of your less heroic friends. The two women,
So-
the Knoll and Davian.
Yeah, so maybe just send all the correct background people with the captain.
He nods. He says,
I'm
that's
going
what I
with
was
the
thinking.
captain.
Yeah, I worry
I'm
about
going
letting.
with the captain.
I don't want to let. Mirren
when
and
I
Ellen
say
out of
when
our
I
sight.
say background people, I am including maybe Nathaniel and LJ in that.
Okay.
Yeah, we could say LJ and Nathaniel go with them.
Okay.
Just in
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I really don't want Ellen and Mirren to be off with people we don't know that well without some of our party with them. But yeah, LJ and Nathaniel, that would work.
Yeah,
If
well,
Wolfen
because
goes with
Osha and Soul would also be with them. Don't forget.
I don't think we're taking the demon into the town.
We could sneak him in. Do we think we could sneak him in? Like, how conspicuous?
What does Boley think of that?
Well, I mean, I could sneak him in, but he's probably going to be noticed. Can he become invisible or anything?
I think he might. Actually, yes. I think he can.
But for how long?
An hour?
I mean, you could also maybe hang out in the caves near where I'd be sneaking people
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, have him hang back by the cave in case shit gets
Or-
dicey.
Or we could just have Soul stay on the ship as a guardian for the ship.
I like that idea too.
I think that even if we let him, even if he uses his invisibility to get in, like, does he have to stay in an in room, like hiding the whole time we're in there? Like, I
Well,
think staying on the ship is going to be more comfortable for
I
him.
was gonna say this is Eldwin's effectively. I don't want to call him a pet. That feels disrespectful.
Hey, Eldrin's buddy.
This
It's
is
an emotional
your
support animal.
yes. This is your emotional support
Well,
demon.
emotional
What
support
do you
demon.
feel comfortable doing?
I love it. I didn't even see that Eldwin had joined us. Welcome.
Emotional support, Slotty.
Like, we could have him, just keep an eye on the ship, make sure nothing happens. But I do want to point out that he does have the ability to shape change.
Oh, he
So-
does. I
Oh.
don't think I registered that.
What are the
Yes.
shapes available to him?
Any humanoid.
Seal
in
can
that
look
case,
like
yeah, he
all
can
of
come
you.
With us. All right.
Seal, in your head, you would hear. Cannot. Well, wait. He does have telepathy, right? I'm not going nuts.
He
does have
only has
telepathy.
telepathy, I think.
He speaks Slod and
yeah.
and then has
So yeah, you'd
telepathy.
all hear in your heads. Actually, no, he'd have no idea what you guys are saying. So he's just kind of standing there with his tongue hanging out the side of his mouth.
Can we say, like, at some point I was like, Eldon got his attention and was asking him, like, oh yeah, could you do anything?
Seal can change into stinky little humans, yes. Or Slotty, or Lizard Lady, or Elf, not Elf, Eldwin.
Maybe we make Soul look like Nathaniel then, and that way it does look like our full group is going through the normal. Well, no, maybe we make him look like LJ then, and that way it looks like our full group is going through the gate.
Well, you all tell me what you wish to do. I assume he'd make a good guardian for the ship, but none of my business.
Yeah, that is also a good point.
Like,
Leaving him as a
That's
guard.
the like, one problem with him coming, like, he'd be a good guardian, and, well, he could shape change. If anyone asks him anything, he can only still respond in slot and understands
Well,
slot.
we could just bullshit and say, like, war wound, he can't go.
He's a mute.
You
He cut out
could.
his tongue. He cut out his tongue one time.
Yeah.
No tongue.
He just messes with everyone using telepathy. Well, are you all ready to go to town then? Are we leaving your Slotty here, or are we bringing him with us?
I think
Eldon,
we
he's
need
your
someone-
companion ultimately, so I'll say it's your call.
I think we should have someone looking after and keeping the ship safe.
Would be
And
a,
Joel
that's
tried
probably
the
gonna
best
be a
to do
smart
that.
call.
would be a shame to lose such a useful vehicle. Very well. Are you ready to enter the town then?
Let's do it.
All right.
The way he
So
said that, I was like, what? Why are you stealing it?
So he would lead you through the caves into the town area. There is a
And we
large Shroomwood
took-
gate.
We took care to conceal the ship, didn't we?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hidden in like a back cave somewhere.
Yeah, Mungus did a 21 survival roll to hide it, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
All right. So as you approach the gate, it's already open as several people are coming through. There is a drow guard there who will kind of wave you over and say, "Where are you all coming from?"
Coming from Candle.
Oh, you're quite a ways from home then. He says, "May I have your names, please?"
I assume we just go down the list of our names.
All right. So no one's trying to give fake names or anything.
I'm assuming so, unless anyone wants to.
Nah.
All right, so he takes all your names. Are you gonna tell him anything about your group? Who you are?
I wouldn't volunteer anything. I guess it
Like,
depends on what
we
you ask.
barely. Yeah, I feel like it's a name that we don't really use too much, and except to, like, put people at ease, like, we don't use the name too much.
All right. Well, he would ask, "What's your business within Revan's Pass? What are you planning
we're
to do
looking-
here?"
We're looking for a friend of ours.
Oh, anyone in particular? Perhaps I could point you in the right direction.
Was there a name on the note we found on Elias?
I
I'm saying that to the group, not to the drow.
Oh, I have an idea now. Yes, we're meant to meet a fellow Volley Stevenson inside.
Voli's with you.
No, he said he was sneaking our NPCs in the back way.
Well, he was bringing you in, then he was going back to do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I misunderstood that.
I
Yeah.
misunderstood that as well. In that case, I would have been letting him. I would have been like pointing to him and saying, "Oh, we're
Alright.
joining our friend." Instead, I would have said.
So the drow looks over. The captain, who has been kind of surprisingly silent, he says, "Ah, Captain, you're back. these are friends of yours? And he says, yes, my good man. Is my sister in the vicinity? He says, well, I assume she's in the keep, but I don't know for sure. He says, all right, well, I guess I'll go see. Yes, these are all good people. You can let them in. Not too many questions. It's not needed.
I doubt I need to do an insight roll or anything, but do I get the sense he is not excited to see his sister?
Yeah, sure. I mean, with your passive of 18, you would get the feeling that, yeah, he's not too excited to hear about his sister. 17 as well for Nasira. But he says, all right, well, we'll be heading in then. You gentlemen have a lovely day. He says, you too, sir. He would lead you into the town. Entering, you see, looks like you're coming into a small neighborhood. There are some houses with like kind of mini farm setup, as well as a park area that you walk through. Voli would turn to the group and say, I guess I should have asked, do you have a place to stay while you're in town?
I believe we assumed we would hire an inn.
Yes.
Nods. He says, that might be for the best.
Any
I'll
recommendations?
Says, well, Finnegan's Flint is just down the street. It's a decent enough place. They have fairly good accommodations. If you're looking for something more fancy, you can go to the north sector to the Deep Dark. It's by a lake. It's got a nice little view when the sunstones are lit up over the lake, or the moonstones.
Where do we think the Steel Shadow will be? Because we either want to be there or in the other one.
Are you asking him?
Yes.
He says, well, the Steel Shadow have a base in the northwest quadrant. It's right near the three major houses of the city.
Which one's closest to the Steel Shadow complex?
The nicer one, I think.
Closest one is the Abra estate. They're kind of the ones who are in charge of most of the city. My house, the what's it called? The Stevison house is on the east side of the sector. We're actually the smallest house. Myself and my sister currently hold council over it, and there is the Cavero estate, which is kind of a bunch of weirdos, but they're nice enough. All three of the families get along fairly well. We're
If I
kind of
remember
the.
correctly,
Or go ahead.
I was going to say, if I remember correctly, you also said the northern area would be harder for the Steel Shadow to just start things with us.
Yes, it'll also be harder for you to get into. The guards won't let you through the gate unless you have reason to be up there. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get you in right away. My sister probably isn't going to allow that, though I can certainly try. Maybe I can have you all talk to her. Maybe you can work her charms on her like you did on me.
But wouldn't we need to go in to?
Says yes. Well, that
Right.
would be by appointment. That if you did go in for the appointment, you probably wouldn't be able to go to the Steel Shadow base. At least I wouldn't recommend it. They wouldn't let you in. It'd be highly inappropriate. So you pass by kind of looks like a guard. It's like a guard building. Looks like some kind of town guard house. And a large inn with some music playing is just north of there, with a wooden shroomwood sign hanging on it that says Finnegan's Flint. This whole area is somewhat lit up right now. Wait, what time was it? It is
Noon-ish?
like
Like a few hours near noon at least?
I think it's 9 p.m. It's actually evening, so there's moonlight. So
Oh,
there's like
yeah.
moonlight coming from the sunstones that are in the cave ceiling. So it's kind of like a white glow that's coming down over the city. So yeah, a bunch of people are at the inn. Music's playing. It sounds like there's some merriment to be had. The captain says, "Well, I guess I'll go back and get your friends now. Is this where you'll be staying, or are you going to go to the nicer inn?"
Let's check this
I
place
thought, I
out.
thought I thought he said the nicer inn was in the area we couldn't get to yet.
The nicer inn is in the northeast quadrant. The northwest one is the one you can't get into.
Is the
Okay.
Deep Dark the nicer inn?
He says, yeah, the Deep Dark is the one on the lake. That's the nicer inn. It's
How
also in
about
the
Wolfen?
nicer part of town.
Can we say Wolfen stayed with us? And I just look over.
Wolfen, sure, he can be with the group.
Yeah, he
right
has
now.
no reason to be inconspicuous. He can just be going wherever.
I want to go look at Wolfen and say, hey, Wolfen, how about you go in there, see if you can play a couple bars, and then just listen to some conversations and tell us if there's anything going on here in regards to Steel Shadow.
He says, I can take a look around, but I don't know how much I can do in terms of playing. It sounds like they already have a bard hired for the evening.
Man, you can see if
Go
they'll let you
heckle him.
jam with them. Yeah, go see if you can they'll let you jam with them, and go in there and just see if you can hear a couple conversations.
He says,
You
all
wanna
right,
hear
I'll
some
keep an ear
information
out.
about-
And at this point,
cool.
he'll go separate from the group.
So do we want to stay at the nicer inn?
It's late. Let us either hire a room here or find the other inn quickly. I think Voli needs to know where to come back to us.
He says,
Yeah,
why,
that's true.
why don't we start here? This is the poorer part of
Yeah,
town.
may
He'll
as well
probably
just
be
start.
more inconspicuous here.
Very good.
Just keep your eyes open. It's can get a little wild in the southern sector.
My eyes are always open.
All right, so he's going to take his leave as you all enter the inn. Inside, it's kind of a quaint little area. There is a big old Goliath dude standing inside the front door, fairly heavily armored. He would kind of nod to Mungus as he walks in. He's probably about the same size as you. Behind the desk, there is a woman who greets you and says, "Ah, latecomers. Welcome to Finnegan's Flint." She says, "My name is Edelyn. I am the owner of this fine establishment. I assume you all are looking for a place to stay for the evening?"
Yes. Did you say Edalyn? Or yes, there we go, Edalyn.
She says, Edelyn Pravala, at your service. And she gives a polite bow. How about all of you?
Go ahead.
She
No, it's all
says,
good.
what are your names?
Mungus.
Says,
Yeah, I think we just go down the list again.
you don't look like the typical type of people I'd see. You're pretty well armed and armored. You some sort of mercenary group? You with the Steel Shadow, maybe?
Not the Steel Shadow, no. We come from Candle originally.
Oh wow, you're a ways away from home. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Searching, exploring.
He says, well, there's quite a lot to search and be explored in the city. But I'm guessing you want to get settled in for the evening, as it's pretty late. Shall I just ring you up some rooms?
That would be muchly appreciated. How much would we owe you for that?
She says, well, it depends on how nice the rooms you want. I got some pretty
Have you,
low furnished
have you-
ones, and then I have the more expensive ones on the higher floors.
have you a suite with multiple bedrooms, perhaps, that would accommodate a party of our size or larger?
She says larger actually, but if you want to rent it out, that's fine.
Let's have that.
She nods and says, very well. and she
How
would.
much is that?
That would be at least wealthy in your expenses.
I just figured that would give us room for the NPCs to join us later.
Yeah.
And I would
How much
just,
is
like,
wealthy?
Wealthy, I believe, is 4 gold pieces a
Four.
day. So you'd pay that at the end of the day as part of your upkeep. Each you would pay 4.
Nasira
You
will,
have,
like,
you have change for a platinum. I have 1 gold and 5 platinum in my inventory.
Mungus drops 4 coins and says, "Show us the room."
Yeah, that's fine. You can minus the gold at the end of the day. But yeah, so she would collect the fees and give you all keys for your rooms in the suite area. She says the bar is currently serving a late dinner if you want to go grab something, and of course the open for drinking and whatnot.
let us, yes, let us partake of dinner and see what fare they're offering. I'll say that to the rest of the group. I'm thinking it might be good if
Mungus
we're
is
kind of
hungry.
still in. Yeah, I kind of want to be in the common room when the others come in so that they can find us.
I'm half tempted to take my armor off just to look less conspicuous, but also no.
So Anvir, you would notice that Edelyn is like she's being nice, but she's kind of giving you weird looks, almost like she is making
a
sure you're
recognition?
not. No, she's more like making sure you're not up to anything, like trying to steal one of the small art pieces or something. Like she's really keeping her eye on you.
More
Does she have
distrustful of
valuable
the
art
new
pieces?
people.
Yeah, she seems a little distrustful. Although she's not really doing it to anyone else, just you.
Or just me?
Yeah,
Anvir?
just Anvir.
Not this 7-foot Goliath.
I
What's
want
up,
to point
Flail?
this out.
She
Am I
had a
the-
Goliath
am I-
at her
wait,
door, so maybe
I need to
maybe
point
they're
this out.
cool.
I need to point this out because I think I know what it is. Am I the only elf in the room?
You are, which
No,
Oh.
Wolfen's half
gives
elf.
you a, huh?
Wolfen's half elf.
And Eldrin.
Oh, Wolfen, he didn't come through here just yet. He went around back to go to the actual bar area.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you would kind of get the feeling that she might be a little bit racist against you.
I think like most of the group at this table speaks Elven. Am I not? I think Mungus doesn't, but everyone else does, right?
No, I don't.
I don't think I do.
I thought you did.
Mm-mm.
No,
I
you
had to
speak
check, but
Undercommon.
no, I don't. Yeah.
I know you. I knew we shared a language. I look at. I think I'm just gonna look at Elder though, because I know he speaks Elvish, and I'm just gonna go. I think this bitch racist.
It's like this one. Like I'll just glance over. Like I'll just glance over to her, back to, like back over to Amir. Like,
Wait,
like
sorry. You just scan the room. No,
So-
there's 0.
As
yeah,
you guys
just like,
are
oh.
as you guys are kind of standing there talking in Elven, she would say, "Is there something else I can help you all with?"
Oh, I'm sweeping towards the dining hall.
All right, so you're going towards.
I assumed we were at the dining hall.
Oh,
she was
okay.
just doing this.
Sure. So we'll say maybe as you went past, you kind of said it under your breath. But yeah, if you go back to the back area, you would see Wolfen already kind of talking to some people. There's a thick burl of smoke that just hits you as you walk in here. There's a bunch of people smoking pipe weed, drinking, laughter. Looks like there is some wood burning at the hearth going up the chimney. Yeah, a bard is up on stage playing a flute and doing pretty well so far. Everyone is kind of happily singing along with the little ditty he's doing.
Wolven's in the back of the room just booing him.
No,
Like a large-
Wolven's just hanging out. Wolven's cool. He's not
I'm
going to
just being
boo,
a dick.
boo another bard. That gets you in the dick move category for the bard peoples.
Is there a decent sized table that's open that we can just kind of plop down at?
Yeah, sure. So you find a table and take a seat. Seems like a nice enough area. A woman would come over and kind of take your order. Looks like a younger human woman, probably in her late teens, early 20s. She would, get your order, get your drink order, and kind of bring it back to the kitchen. So what do you all want to do?
Just out of curiosity, did she give me a side eye, or is it just been the owner?
No, she didn't give you a side eye. She was
Okay.
she was very polite.
I think the owner,
She's just
right?
the waitress,
Racist.
man. That lady's the owner. This is her place. Like this waitress doesn't care about you. It's the lady.
Oh no. I wasn't saying that out loud. I was just asking, Luke.
Yeah, I think
But, yeah.
so far he's only told Eldwin and Elvin. No one else probably noticed. Oh, actually, Nasira, you probably
Yeah,
noticed
but-
this a little as
Yeah,
well.
she doesn't care.
She's like, yeah, whatever. I don't. Yeah,
That's just how you look at everybody.
yeah. You probably are just like, yeah, pretty much anyone who's not Yanti. You're all sus.
And she was like, "What? That's not normal."
Yeah. All right. So yeah, what does the group want to do?
Is there anything we really want to?
I would say we're just passing time until we can reunite with our NPCs, and then maybe we can, maybe not all at once together, but like maybe when the NPCs get here, one of us can break away from the table and go up to the room with them with our key, and then the rest can kind of join later, or like, you know, separate it out a little bit, and then we can talk about our next moves and plans. But I think right now I don't know. I think we're passing time. What do you guys think?
Yeah, wait for our wait for the captain to show up with our compadres, and then we're just chill here for right now.
Yeah. Does anyone want to like tavern brawl or gamble or make some drinking buddies or anything while we're
I
here?
feel like at some point while we were at the table, Onvia would mention that he was getting some mad stink eye from the owner, and he thinks it's just because he was an elf.
Does this happen a lot to you?
Not really to me. A lot of my brothers, there's a lot of distrust of Drow. First time happening to me there.
People always look
Perhaps.
at me funny, but it's probably because I'm 7 feet tall and I have a
Yeah, it's.
big flail.
I feel like people are more looking at you in awe. She was looking at me with disdain.
Perhaps she has had a unpleasant experience with one of your kind.
Maybe she seemed very protective of the walls. Maybe someone stole her art before.
Well, if it bothers you so much, you'll have to make a point to be extra polite and generous during your stay, just to prove her wrong.
Aren't I always?
I did not imply you are not. Just, I think
You
it's
know-
perhaps the
you
only
know,
way
Andrea,
to change her
he
mind.
gives-
Yeah.
He gives you a cheeky laugh.
Disdain is its own kind of awe. There's a reason, and you get
I would
to
say yes.
play
It's
that.
on. It's like the opposite end of the spectrum there.
She's got a feeling, so I mean,
She's got a
Oh.
feeling.
I don't know. Just say, man, like it's her problem, not yours. You know.
Oh, it doesn't bother me too much. Oh, it's just curious.
And
Hmm.
Lou, our wealthy upkeep would include us being like reasonably generous with like tips and stuff, right?
Yeah. So you have pretty decent drink, tipping fairly well. Yeah, because with 4 gold each, I think that's like.
Can I see if? Oh, sorry. Go finish up. I'm sorry.
It's like 30 or so gold for all of you. So that's, yeah, decent drink, good food, good company, tips. So
Wait.
yeah.
Are we just taking that out of the bag?
Well,
What bag?
you're gonna pay for it at the end of the day. So
You mean the bag we don't have with us right now?
Yeah.
Right.
when I do
So,
upkeep,
I think-
yeah.
Mungus would want to look around and see, is there a table where there's some cards being played, some gambling perhaps happening?
Yeah, there's some, like, looks like a couple of people are running some card games for fun.
I think Mungus would look over at that and say, and you all want to join me at the table?
I'll just watch for now.
Sarah, you want to come gamble?
Sure. Why not?
I'm just gonna watch to make sure no one's cheating.
Yeah, I'll Yeah, I'll go watch.
All
I
right.
probably won't play.
So you go over to one of the card tables to join in on one of the games.
I just stand between Nasira and Mungus.
I'll discreetly, once Mungus well, I guess let's wait and see if they let him sit down and play with them.
Yeah. So there's a table with a couple of people playing. If you come over, they'll say, "Yeah, sure, you can join us. We're just playing for fun right now. We're not gambling or anything."
Fun.
But you're welcome to join in for a few hands.
Oh, they're playing cards. Dang it. Can I look? Is anyone playing with dice sets or anything?
No one's playing dice right now. It's mostly just you see two tables have some card games going. One of them is kind of a bigger game. Looks like they are gambling. The other one's like this small. These two look like they might be miners or some kind of laborers who are just kind of playing against each other.
What's at the gambling table?
There's a whole big group of people over there.
Okay, can we go check that out?
Sure. So you walk over there. These people look a little bit more shady. As you approach, one of them would say, hey, big guy, come on, piss off, we're playing here.
I look this guy up and down. You want to get an insight? Can I get an insight on them?
Sure.
Insight. Perception or
That'd be insight.
It's insight.
insight? Looking for it.
They should be alphabetical.
There it is. Yep, got it.
So this guy, you notice, does have some blades on his belt. Also, it looks like he has some armor on under his cloak. You don't see any identifying symbols, but if you had to guess, you probably would figure he's part of a local gang or maybe a thieves guild. He's got the telltale signs of a street thief, and actually
What
his
about the
friends
rest
look
of the
similar.
players? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they pretty much all look like they are armed and kind of there's a bunch of money on the table, so they're all kind of keeping an eye out, making sure no one tries to be weird or funny.
Mungus just walking around with a huge flail with a skull on his back.
Yeah.
So I look at this
Well, that's
guy
why
up
he
and
was
down and
kind of
say,
respectful and didn't just stab him or anything. Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to play as well. Are Goliaths allowed in the match?
Give me a persuasion.
Can I do intimidation? Persuasion?
If you want to intimidate him, you'd probably have to say something more threatening. That sounded more like you were asking him to play, right?
Yeah.
So he kind of looks you up and down now. He says, you got money?
Wouldn't be wanting to play if I didn't.
The other guy's like, just let him play. We can, you always get some fresh meat. He's like, all right, have a seat. You know how to play 50 card jumper, right? We don't have to teach you.
Been playing it for a while.
Is a name.
All right. Do you have proficiency in cards?
I have no idea. Where would that be? Is that?
I think it's one of the games. Like, do you have proficiency in gaming?
What background did you pick?
Mercenary?
Yeah.
So I feel like I would have played some kind of game.
For example,
Mostly you would have a gaming set if you were. A
yeah. For example, Eldwin has proficiency in dice games. There are things in your background, like usually criminals or people who just might have the option can pick something like a card game or a dice game. If you don't have proficiency, then it would just be an intelligence check.
Okay, I'm pretty intelligent.
Mercenary background does get a gaming set of your choice. So did you choose anything when you created Mungus?
I had not, no. So can I burn some inspiration and say that I do have proficiency in
Well,
and
is
dice
it?
and
Do they
card?
do they get a gaming set, or is it like a choice between a gaming set and something else?
It's a
A
gaming
deck
set
of,
of
yeah,
your
like a
choice.
deck of cards. Yeah, a deck of cards,
Yeah.
dice, or dragon chess or something.
Here's what it says in the
Oh, I'm double
background.
checking it.
This is the mercenary background equipment.
Oh, it's
Uniform.
You get equipment.
Oh.
We need proficiency. No, two
Insignia.
proficiencies, one gaming
Oh,
of your type. Yes,
gotcha.
you do
you're
get
right.
proficiency as
You're
well.
right. So you get the cards as well, but yeah, you're right.
So
All right.
Tools. Yeah, there we go.
under your, so do you see where it says languages and stuff? It should be under all that. It should be in there. I'm pretty sure as well.
Do your proficiencies. I can
I
take
see
a look at your sheet.
language. Actually, I do speak Elven. Hey,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but one of them. So look, do any of those say tools or gaming sets?
He has a dice set. I see. In
Okay, you chose dice. Wait, he has
Okay.
a dice set, or he has proficiency in dice sets?
Here. It says tool dice set.
Alright,
Okay, so
I chose
yeah, you
that.
chose proficiency in dice.
oh well.
That doesn't mean you can't play cards. You just don't have the extra.
Yeah, it would just be
Proficiency on
it would just be
yeah.
intelligence. So you're just not as good as you are at like rolling dice. So yeah, give me an intelligence check, and I will roll 2d10 plus 5 to set the difficulty.
Can I?
Ooh.
Woo!
You got a
Nice.
decent roll.
Yeah. Can I? I'm gonna wander back over to the table where we ate instead of hanging out by the card table. But I'm gonna pay a barmaid to keep Mungus's opponent's drinks topped off with the strongest shit they've got.
I'm
Alright.
watching just to make sure he doesn't cheat.
So you're buying drinks for the table?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you, or how much gold do you want to wager, Mungus? Like, what do you, I'll say you can make a wager here if you want.
Well, what is
I'm trying to make sure they're well sauced. Is what was the goal there? Yeah.
I don't want to like be the big dog and just start dropping,
so the
coins
highest,
on what's
well, the highest you can
what's the
bid
table?
is 20 gold pieces, but if you want, you can bid a lower amount. And this is over multiple games, so we'll just say you're kind of for the night, like how much are you looking to wager? So between like 1 and 20.
I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to lose 20 gold. Let's
Alright.
put it that way. I'm willing to lose 20 gold.
Got it. All right. So yeah, you're putting down a few gold every game. So one guy is doing really good and actually would end up taking the pot at the end of a couple of hours. So you would lose 20 gold because he would beat your 18. He would say, "Good playing with you all. It's been a marvelous game." And you noticed, Nasira, that even though you bought drinks for the table, they're not getting drunk. These guys are kind of careful.
High con. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, they're just not drinking that much. They would actually be kind of suspicious as to who's buying them drinks. But they don't question it. They just are kind of like sipping their drinks that they get. Okay, so Mungus would lose 20 gold on that. And they would actually give me charisma. Maybe you'll make some friends here.
Nice.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh.
So yeah, you talk to them for a bit. You don't make any enemies or anything, but yeah, they don't think too much of you. They just say, yeah, maybe we can play again sometime, big man. It's been fun.
They look at him more like a fish now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Leaving so
Whale.
soon?
Well,
Come on, you only got 20 gold. Come on. I'm not going to bed. Where are you guys going? Where are you headed
Sound
off to?
drunk.
They would say, well, we're done for the night. This is usually where we stop playing. But we'll be here tomorrow if you want to join in again. Maybe you can win your money back. But yeah, for now we're just hanging out.
Can I have my 20 back if I beat you in an arm wrestling match?
He says no.
All right, night.
He would say as you're leaving, Yeah, are you one of those Steel Shadow mercenaries? I don't see too many armored people in carrying your type of weaponry in this part of town. Where are you from? Just out of curiosity.
We're
Is he addressing all of us or just Mungus?
Just Mungus.
Yeah, I just wanted to check.
we're from out of town.
He just kind of nods, and accepts that, and says, "All right, we'll talk to you later. Keep it,
What are,
take
what
it
are your thoughts
sleazy."
on? Can I ask you a question, my friend? First
Yes.
off, what's your name?
Says me. Actually, give me a charisma check on that.
The bane of DMs.
So you'd wanna click the charisma score, not the save. The save is, I mean, it's the
Oh.
same thing in this situation, but sometimes it will be different because you're rolling
Okay.
saves. You're not rolling checks.
Jeez. Okay, can I just
Yeah,
try
like
that one
it-
more time?
Oh,
Actually, can I try that with my inspiration?
It's
Well,
you have to use inspiration before.
yeah, you'd have to have said it
Okay.
before you roll, but 11 isn't too bad. So it'll say my name. It says, well, my name is
Ernie.
it says friends call me
Just a
Zalek.
sarcastic suggestion.
Friends call me Zalek.
Zalek,
Yeah.
what's the deal with Steel Shadow here? Like, you guys cool with him? You like him? Like, maybe want to see him disappear? What are your
Just-
thoughts?
Oh, I did.
This is,
Wow, that took a turn.
not really a deal. They just kind of exist. I mean, I don't really like them or dislike them. They haven't been giving me trouble, so it's like the nobles. They're just kind of a known evil of this place. Usually got some kind of project going on. They do their thing. They mostly leave us alone, so
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks again for taking my money. And I kind of slap him on the back. Not too hard, but like hard enough that he knows that like shit could go down real quick. It would be bad for him. Can I do like an intimidation?
Sure. Give me intimidation.
All right.
All right.
Is he allowed
So
to use his strength score for that instead of charisma? Because it was him hitting him.
yeah, I mean, you can request to in certain places, but so yeah, you kind of smack them on the back, and a couple of them would laugh, and they would just kind of go back to what they were doing. Yeah. You okay, buddy?
Can I look
He, like,
over the
coughs a
stage
little.
and see if Wolfen is playing yet?
Did you minus your 20 gold?
I will do that right now. Thank you for keeping me honest.
All right. Wolfen, sure, maybe Wolfen's up there playing now. So you kind of go back to the group's table. And as you do, actually a woman from the Thieves Guild table follows you over. She says, hey, kind of addressing the whole group. She says, you all seem new in town. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I heard you're from Candle, or at least I think I heard that.
Suspicion. No, I'm being a dickhead. I think we had mentioned if it's a tavern woman, maybe they would have heard. Do I have any idea how she would have heard we're from Candle?
We told the guard when we walked in. So
Yeah, but it's been like
You told Edelyn too.
There's at least two
Okay.
people we've said it to. Since
Yeah,
the
you
beginning.
said to a
couldn't
couple
remember
people.
if we told Adeline or not.
She says,
Yes, Candle.
I was just curious. I have some family from back there. How's that place doing? I haven't been there in a while. Not since I was a kid.
It's had some troubles as of late, but it's smoothing out.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you mind if I join you all? Maybe have a couple of drinks?
Yeah. Do I? Can I?
I go to the
trust
bartender.
this?
I'd
Yeah,
say around.
I would gesture to one of the empty seats and start filling in an empty goblet from one of our pitchers or something.
Do I trust her story, Lou?
Yeah, you have no reason to think she's being weird.
Okay, I wasn't like sure if like her saying about like the family from back there and stuff was
No.
true or not.
Who's your family?
I'll tell you if you
Well,
pick up
I'm
on
just-
something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just
I have
curious
your,
to see what she
your
has to say.
passives
So
here.
I'm welcoming to her.
I'm very overly cautious after what happened last time with Scarlet.
As
Fair enough.
welcoming as Nasira ever is, she basically pours her a glass and gestures to the chair.
Sure. Have a seat. Maybe we can fill you in on some of the stuff that's happened with Candle.
Says, oh yeah, I would definitely be interested. I was going to ask you. You all seem pretty armored up for just travelers, so I'm guessing you're someone of importance, right?
You could say that.
Kind of people that banded together to help Candle through some pretty harsh times.
All right. So yeah, she would. I'll say she orders a couple of drinks for the table and starts talking to you, asking you questions about Candle, like who you are. Are you going to give her any information about your group, or are you just going to kind of keep it?
I think we
Keep it
would
close
talk.
to the chest.
Like we would mention that there was some issues with some, gnolls that were pretty aggressive in the area, and there was this attack on the town by a worm, and like things like that would be common knowledge, but not like any of the details behind those events that we know about.
I think during all this, we would probably also ask for her name, and maybe we might even ask who her relatives were in case
Yeah, I
maybe
think
we
Mungus-
met them or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
sure.
I missed that. Sorry, Mungus.
So she says, well, my name's Nancy, and she starts talking about her relatives. You don't recognize any of the people
And
she's
she was
talking
one
about.
of the people playing in that game that Mungus just left.
She was kind of sitting off to the side, talking to some of the rogues there, or what you assume were rogues. Mostly, kind of, you, actually, let's see, what's your past perception? You would get the feeling that maybe she was being kind of flirty with them. You're not sure if she's like romantically involved, but yeah, you get the feeling maybe she knew some of them was just being flirty. But yeah, she seems to be kind of more interested in you guys now. So yeah, I was gonna pass time unless any of you are doing anything.
Yeah. No, I think we're good. But yeah, I think we're pretty
Um,
much skirting around involvement and just
I
stating
am paying
all the facts and
attention.
stuff that happened.
Yeah, and I am paying attention to the front door, and if any of our companions come in, I think that I might excuse myself, just like I need to go to the restroom or something from the table for now, just to go over and give the rest of our group the key and tell them where our room is and stuff, and so that we can rejoin them without all traipsing through together. I'd try to be a little subtle about it,
Well, a couple hours pass. We'll say around 11 p.m. Anvir, or no, I'll say Eldwin. You would get a telepathic message saying, "Hey, come meet me out back. It's the captain."
Dear God.
Apparently, he drops all his dishes as he sends you the
Oh,
message.
sorry, I had to get some ice.
Oh, that's
Down
fine.
here.
I had a feeling that was ice for some reason. I don't know why, but I thought it was
I like the captain dropping his dishes better. I'm gonna say that's what happened as he's out back. It's like, hey, I got your.
He drops his 6-pack.
Oh shit. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's like, I'll just say it. So that's like, I think our friend has arrived.
Oh, good.
Is there a window I can look out to see if they're out there?
So do you mention what he said exactly, Eldwin?
Is
Yeah, I
the woman
don't.
still at our table?
Oh yeah, she's sitting there, still talking to you.
Has she told us anything about herself or her family? Or...
Oh yeah, no, she's
Yeah, she
like
did.
I said, she said her
Yeah.
name was Nancy. She was been talking about
Is
her.
Their tables are the other rogues still at the table?
They've sort of petered off for the night. There's still two of them there talking, but they're not playing cards or anything. They're just kind of chatting at this point, nursing a couple of drinks that Nasira bought them several hours ago.
Also, just for my
Okay.
own sanity, everything she said rings true to me.
Yeah, no, you haven't gotten anything
Okay.
like she's trying to trick you or
Any vibe.
anything. No bad
I trust
vibes.
no one after that ranger chick.
Well, when Eldwin says that our friends arrived or something, Nasira might say something like, well, perhaps you should go greet him or something like that.
So Nancy would be like, "Oh, who's you got some other friends coming from Candle?"
You just said friend, singular, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm
Or-
sure of that, yeah.
Or yeah, like friend, you have another friend coming from Candle.
More of an employee. He's taking care of the stables for us.
Oh,
I don't know.
all right.
I don't know what she'd say. I don't know. More of an employee, I guess that's what she'd say.
And she just nods. So Mungus, if you look out the back window, you don't see anyone out there. It is kind of dark though. They might be hiding.
I was assuming that Eldwin might go at this point since he's the one that Captain contacted.
All right, you going out
I'm
back?
just gonna make sure that we have a telepathic bond set up.
All right. Do you have that set up?
I think he's saying he's casting it now.
Oh, like in the middle of the bar?
No, I was.
'Cause we've probably been here longer than an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
we
been here a
would've been here
couple of
longer.
hours.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Nah,
probably don't
I
still
won't.
have it.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just trying to be I didn't want us to all just get up and traipse away together. I wanted to be more subtle about things. So
Yeah. I'll
That's why
go.
I went to the window, is to see if I could find them and see if there's like trouble.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you just looked out the window. I didn't realize you walked over to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to like. So they said meet us out back. I want to go see if there's a window
wait a
out
second.
back.
So Eldwin only said, "I think our friend is here." We did not get the rest of the message.
Okay.
That Eldwin got.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
Eldon would have told us that it's out back.
I think
we're trying
he's.
not to say too much in front of this woman.
Everyone's afraid of Nancy. She might be onto
We're just
onto
being
you.
cautious. We're just being cautious.
That's fine.
I've revealed too much to people in the past.
She
and
knows too
beat us
much.
in the ass.
She has to go. Yes.
I look over at Nancy and say, "Hey, we got to go meet our friends. Listen,
Oh,
just be cool, okay? Like, don't fuck us. We know you. We know who you are. We know who we are. Don't be a dick. All right."
she's like, wait, what?
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, if you have to go meet him, that's fine. I can wait here.
I'm so sorry about that.
She looks a little bit worried now.
Wow.
But yeah, what are you gonna do?
I guess being subtle is pointless. So let's all go find our people. I guess.
All right, so
I'm staying at the table. Screw that.
all right, so several
Stay
of
with
you
Nancy.
several of you get up and head towards the back. As you get outside, still kind of smoky out here. Or go ahead.
I mean, yeah. Like if we're not all getting up, then like I would have stayed. I just thought we were trying to just kind of send one person and get them into our rooms without, this big group of well-armed, noticeable people traipsing back and forth around the common room and
I
like
mean,
getting more
right now it's
nervous.
just
Yeah.
Mungus and Eldwin. Really, Mungus is the
Yeah.
noticeable one.
Yeah, it's just I just don't want Eldon to go out there by himself. That's all.
Well, yeah, if you go out back, you'd see there are a couple of people back here. Like, looks like they're just kind of smoking and hanging out. As you step out, you would see the captain kind of reveal himself for a moment off in the shadows and kind of subtly motion for you two to come over.
All right. Guess we'll head on over then.
All right, so kind of in the
I
back,
bum a smoke from one. I bum a smoke from one of the guys.
you're gonna
Hanging
steal.
out
Oh
back.
god.
You're just gonna steal
on,
his
hang on.
pipe.
Mungus, yeah, let me just a couple of tokes.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you. Cool. Let's
Uh,
go get him.
Sure, he'll the guy will be like, yeah, sure. And he he'll give you a toke from his pipe. But yeah, if you walk over kind of to the yard area, you would see the captain along with pretty much all of your NPC people kind of hiding back here. He says, if you give me, I assume you got rooms already. If you want to just give me the info, I can bring them upstairs, separate from you all.
Cool.
Or they could just walk in themselves. I think they just need keys.
I give him my key.
All right, so yeah, he'll hand it to I don't know, like what's her
Davian?
name? Yeah, sure, Davian.
Marion or yeah.
Davian, who will nod and say, "All right, let's go." And they make their way over to the front of the inn. The captain will say, "All right, I'm going to head back, but I'll probably see you all tomorrow at some point. I'll see if I can get a meeting with my sister."
Cool, man. We'll be waiting here.
He nods and gives you a bit of a flippant bow, smiling, and then kind of makes his way away. So yeah, what do you all want to do? I assume you're just gonna head back in at this point and rejoin them at the table.
Yeah, I think on the way back, I look over at Evelyn and I go, "Guy's such a douche."
None of us like him.
I think you're not gonna hear me argue that.
All right.
So
I
it
think
was-
I say that in Elvish because apparently I do have proficiency in Elvish.
Is it Davian, Miriam, Ellen, and Dosha?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say
Okay.
Dosh is with them too.
Yeah, I think Saul was the only person we left on the ship.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Alright, so then go ahead.
yeah, so you I assume go back inside and rejoin the table. As time is passing, it's getting a little bit later. Anvir, you would notice as you're talking to Nancy, she kind of subtly, you think she's subtly eyeing someone else in the tavern, but you're not sure why. Just as
Can I
she's
make
talking
out?
to the group.
Can I make out who she's eyeing?
Give me a active insight.
Can Wolfen give help to this?
No, I don't think you would even realize it. You wouldn't have a high enough
Uh,
passive.
okay.
I think this would be Anvir or Nasira because they have 17 and 18 passives.
I think she's using us as
Thank you.
cover when she's actually casing somebody.
22. Yeah, so you think she's eyeing looks like maybe a farmer or some kind of laborer on the other side of the bar near the fire, who, now that you notice him, is sort of looking around nervously. He has, looks like a friend with him. They're both kind of lightly armed. Just looks like they have like a sword, but no armor or anything. And they're sort of talking, and he's been kind of looking around the bar nervously now that you notice her watching him. But she's being pretty subtle about it. Like, you don't think any of the rest of your group would realize it.
Did you say Nasira might?
Nasira did.
Oh, I mean, I didn't roll because I figured.
Yeah, you.
I mean, I can
She
try.
didn't know who. I mean, you can make a active if you want, Nasira. Or if not, yeah. So she would just know. Yeah, so she
I
would
just
know.
figured Anders was good enough.
Yeah. So you see her looking around, but you wouldn't notice who she's eyeing,
And she's human, right?
as far as you know. She looks human.
I was thinking about using Elvish as well.
But yeah, as it's getting late, we'll say it's getting close to midnight. She says, "Well, it was very nice talking to all of you, but I should probably go and get some sleep. Are you all going to be here for a few days?"
I imagine at least a few, yes.
All right. Well, perhaps we can talk more later. And she would take her leave, walking over to the bar at this point. Looks like she's ordering a drink or something. What do the rest of you want to do?
I'm gonna peel away from the rest of the group. She's gonna make excuses like you know, that it's getting late and she's tired, and kind of she finishes her current like goblet and kind of gets up and heads upstairs, kind of.
All right.
Towards
As
the
you do this, suddenly you would hear yelling in the back and what sounds like fighting.
In the back of like the kitchen, or like the
Outside, kind of
outside.
where everyone went before to meet up with the group. It sounds like there might be a fight in the backyard.
Would I be hearing this?
Oh yeah,
as
you all
well?
hear it. It's pretty loud. In fact, a few of the bar people are like looking over now.
I guess
And,
go to the
I-
window.
Yeah,
Is it
same.
any
Yeah.
of our people?
Hmm?
Is it any of our people that are
No,
yelling?
no, they're all inside.
Yeah,
going
you don't think
to-
so. But you don't see anyone yet. You only just hear it outside, and you don't recognize the voices. There's just some yelling, and yeah.
I'd
I'd
like
be
to
going
keep.
to take a look.
I'd like to keep my eye on Nancy, just because I saw her darting her eyes around, right? Even though I didn't figure out who she was looking at.
Where are
just
the
about
where
to
are the
tell them.
farmers? Where are the farmers
Yeah,
at
and
now?
I feel like this could be a distraction, so I just kind of want to like just glance back at the bar and see if she's still ordering a drink.
I also just want to quickly slip in because I don't know how quickly Nasira disappeared, but I was about to tell the table after Nancy left that she seemed to be eyeing that farmer guy.
Oh,
So
you
it sounded like the sounds came from outside just as I stood up.
yeah, probably as she was getting ready to leave, that's when you heard the fight starting up. So Nancy's at the bar. She's probably kind of looking over too now, getting her drink. And yeah, a
Is
couple. Or go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to ask, is that farmer guy still at the bar or is he headed out back?
He's near the fireplace. He's looking kind of worried towards the sound of fighting. Maybe putting his hand on his sword almost reflexively. But does anyone want to do anything?
Oh, so the farmer is wearing a sword.
Yeah, both him and his buddy have swords.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought you
am
said he
gonna-
was unarmed.
I'm gonna keep an eye on,
Unarmored. He has I'll say he has a dagger, basic weapon, like blades.
I'm gonna kind of stand kind of to the side of the window and kind of keep an eye on the room, because I'm assuming the other members of my party are looking out the window and checking out what's going on out there.
Yeah, I would have been going to a window or something pretty quickly.
Can I
So-
talk to this farmer?
I am the eyes of
Uh,
the group.
I don't
None
think.
of us, I don't think any of us know about the farmer.
Yeah, I mean
I don't
RP
think I got to say anything as the fight started.
RP wise, no one has said anything to Mungus about like noticing Nancy or the farmer. I think
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm cheating, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah,
No
Anvir's
worries.
Anvir's the only one who was able to identify where Nancy was looking. Nasira noticed Nancy looking around, but wasn't sure what she was. But so Nasira doesn't know about the farmer either.
so. If you go over to the window, you would see like 3 or 4 guys getting into it out there. Like there's some punches being thrown, some yelling, and a couple of other guys kind of running over from the tavern now. The bartender yells, "Take that out! Take that elsewhere! Get away from our establishment! You're gonna get the guard on us!" And they don't seem to care. They're just like yelling and scrapping, and a guy like gets knocked to the floor. Another guy kicks another guy. It's starting
I would
to
walk
starting to
up.
ramp up.
I would walk up and say to the bar owner and just be like, "Who are the biggest problem makers right now?"
Huh? Oh, I don't know. Says I don't know any of those guys.
Okay, I'm going to look around and see, like, out of all of them, which ones are causing the most uproar and like fighting right now.
Do you want to go out back to get a better look?
Maybe I might start heading towards the back door at least.
All right. Is anyone else going back there?
I'm gonna wait and see.
All right.
I'm going. I hear fighting. I'm already like, can we go?
Yeah.
Can we go? Can we go?
Mungus
Okay,
is just
there's a
running
fight.
out the back door right now.
Yeah, I'll hang out near the window and I'll kind
There's
of.
a fight. There's a fight, guys. There's a fight.
All
I'll hang out near
right.
the window so I can kind of look in and look out.
So Mungus, yeah, if you go running out back,
Mungus starts yelling, "World Star!"
yeah, you're into it. So yeah, you get out back, and there are a bunch of humans brawling. They'd probably notice you run out, looking a little intimidating, but they're kind of in it right now, so they're just all hoping you don't get involved.
How many are there?
At this point, there's about 6 of them. It's kind
As
of a
an
big
armed
fight.
Goliath barrels toward them, they're hoping he doesn't get involved.
Yelling World Star.
Well, they don't know what you mean by World Star.
Okay. And these guys all just seem like regular peasanty people.
Yeah, they seem kind of drunk. Like maybe someone insulted someone's mom or something. But yeah, they're all
Okay.
yelling. They're like there's like some grabbing and smacking, a couple actual punches, kicks. But
You
yeah,
said how many? Like 6 or 7?
yeah. At this point, there's 6 of them, and there's
Okay, I'm
like
gonna cast-
people throwing fists, people pushing people, and yeah.
I'm gonna point to one of the 6 and I'm saying, Mungus, go just like grapple that one guy for now. I'm going to deal with the other 5.
Got it.
I'll cast a 6th level hold person.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
So at this point, Nasira, you said you were still inside, right?
Yeah, I'm watching everyone inside's kind of react. to
So you would see Nancy get up and leave.
this. She just heads out the front.
Yeah, she goes out the front, like she's getting away from all this.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
glance around the room to see if anyone else isn't watching the fighting.
That's fine. Everyone is, yeah, and everyone's kind of like most people now are by the window, like oh shit, what's going on? As someone starts using magic back in the back alleyway. Mungus, you are you punching anyone? Or are you still waiting?
I think I'm gonna wait until someone like feels ballsy enough to step up to me.
Oh no one's coming near you. So how many
I did
people?
point at one guy. So that's
On-
5 with 6.
Yeah,
Uh,
Anvir pointed at one of them and asked. you
Yeah,
to
I guess
go.
I go up and I just grab the one guy that Andre told me to go get. So
all right.
Just like holding him
So-
by the back of
Four,
his shirt neck.
Oh, 5.
So all of them fail
I
their
just
saving
grab
throw.
that one guy and I'm just holding him up by his shirt, just like with one arm.
Yeah, all of them fail their saving throw, and they all suddenly just stop, completely frozen. Mungus grabbing the one, I guess, who wasn't affected, and he's like, get off me, man, get off me.
Everyone
gonna
play
calm down?
nice.
Give me a persuasion or intimidation.
I'm doing intimidation.
Intimidation, you'd have advantage. 14. So yeah,
How did it?
they're all
Wasted inspiration.
they're all pretty intimidated.
Inspiration wouldn't have done anything. He said you had advantage already. And
Yeah,
the first
you
roll
already
was
had
higher.
advantage. So yeah, they are pretty intimidated, especially when you start pulling magic out. The one guy who's not frozen says, "Yeah, sure, we'll leave. Just let me go." Like looking at Mungus, like with his hands up.
I feel like everyone will be sufficiently terrified after being paralyzed for 6 seconds that they probably won't start the fight again. So I'll pretty quickly drop the whole person.
All right. So yeah, as you drop it, they all just start running into the night. Like, get out of here!
Can I just this one guy in front of me? I let him down and I kind of like brush off his shoulder, and then I want to headbutt him.
Give me a. I guess just give me a unarmed attack roll.
I
So
want to make it very clear that I'm not going into a rage when I do this.
D20 plus strength plus proficiency is the attack roll.
Okay. Yeah. Say that one more time.
D20 plus strength plus proficiency modifier is for unarmed attack. If you don't have a macro,
D20.
you can just roll a D20. You can figure it out. So yeah, that would be enough to hit him. What's your strength bonus?
3. I'm a 16-3.
Strength 16 plus 3. Alright, so you headbutt him doing 4 points of damage, almost knocking him over. He looks really wounded. He's going to try to run at this point. Do you want to oppie him or just let him go?
I would yell,
just-
let him be!
Can I just trip him, like, so he has to get up one more time?
I mean, yeah, you could try to like kick him or trip him. It would just be another unarmed attack.
Our Goliath is a bully.
Yeah.
Nine.
So you would knock him again. I assume you're going for non-lethal damage.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So you kind of slam into his legs as he just face plants on the floor and is completely unconscious,
That was just uncalled
just
for.
bleeding from his
I,
nose.
I,
Probably,
I, like,
probably concussed.
I just want to clarify,
wipe
he's
my
not
hands,
bleeding
I let
out.
my hands go. Let's get another round.
No, he's not bleeding out. At this point, the other Goliath comes running up. He's like, "Oh, what happened? You guys causing trouble?" Looking at you two.
No,
We
there
just
was a
stopped
fight going
trouble.
on. There
Oh,
was a fight going on. We stopped it from
I'm
going
doing your
around it.
job.
it's like I was
My
taking a
friend gets
piss.
over
Give me a
it.
fucking break. He
I'm
says.
sorry, my friend gets overexcited when there's fighting involved.
He walks over and picks up the guy who's like just gushing blood from his nose. He's like, "Oh, did you do this?"
I mean, no, that
The other
guy did
five
it.
ran away.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I didn't do that. That was the other guy that did that.
Oh, all right. And he just kind of grabs him by the leg and starts dragging him back towards the front.
God.
Has anyone in the room, like, not like watching out the window or watching out the back door or whatever?
Where's the farmer?
The farmer's gone. Well, you don't know about the farmer. But when
I
you guys
know.
go back inside Anvir, you would see the farmer and Nancy are gone. And you would actually get some clapping as you walked in. A couple of people were like, "Yeah!" And there's a little bit of a round of applause.
When they rejoin Nasira, I would tell Mungus and Anvir and Eldwin that Nasira or that Nancy didn't really watch the fight at all and just walked out casually, like unconcerned. But I obviously wouldn't have known to watch the farmer.
Yeah, so what do you all want to do?
Sorry,
I'm going to make good on my
Discord
previous.
went crap for a second there. I missed all of that.
You got a round of applause when you came back inside. The farmer and Nancy are both gone.
Okay, cool.
And Nasira tells you that she like saw Nancy walk out, kind of unconcerned, not really watching the fight at all.
After quickly looking around, realizing the farmer isn't there, I tell everybody she was eyeing somebody who isn't here either.
Hmm. Well, I think I'm going to make good on my previous threat and head up to the room.
Threat.
It's bedtime.
Well, if anyone dies tomorrow, we know who to start looking for.
Perhaps.
All right, so everyone's
I think
going
we're
to
just
bed.
going to bed. I just used my highest level spell slot to stop a barb roll. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, that was a pretty powerful spell to throw at a
Yeah, but
tavern
did you
brawl.
guys see that headbutt?
God, was it thematic?
All
Just
right,
stopping a barb roll by paralyzing all but one guy.
and then beating up the other guy. All right, so the group is going to bed. It's about 12 a.m.
Still, Shadow 100% knows we're in town now.
Go ahead
So-
and
I'm
everyone.
taking notes, and every time I type the name Mungus, it changes it to Fungus. I just had to share.
It's going to be his nickname, Fungus.
You were saying, sorry, Luke.
Yeah, everyone spend the 4 gold pieces for your upkeep, for the room and the beers and everything you were doing tonight.
Can you break a
Oh.
platinum? Sorry.
a discount for stopping a fight in the backyard? Like,
Are you gonna go
should I be
ask?
at least,
Well,
I mean,
that it's
I'll
not.
pay it, but
Yeah, I mean the 4 gold is not just for the room; it's also for like the drinks and the dinner and just
Sure.
kind of everything. Maybe some taxes when you came into town.
I would ask if they can break a platinum.
Yeah, they'll give you change.
What did you say? 3 or 4 gold?
4 gold for comfortable.
Wealthy, you mean?
Or yeah, sorry, wealthy. So yeah, I mean they would. Hey, you only have a platinum?
I have 1 gold and only and then 5 platinum. I gave all my gold to
I,
Trislan.
I actually don't think anyone's gonna have enough to give you change for that. That's a lot of
I'll
gold.
I'll cover on beer.
All right, you
Zira
pay
has
for him.
200 gold. Yeah.
All right, so she'll pay your. We'll say she paid for your drinks and
I'll
room.
very much do it as if on beer is one of my retainers. Like she acts very like
Going to take a small.
very much like a noble.
As long as nobody minds, I might take a little bit of money out of the bank.
Where are you
Okay.
keeping all the money right now?
A lot of it's in the bag.
Okay,
I
so you
Which
just
LJ carries.
so yeah,
It would
maybe
be in the in room now. Yeah.
up in the rooms. I'll say you open it up and grab some. All right, so you're going to bed for the evening. No one else is doing anything. I will.
Fun fact: we only have silver, copper, and platinum pieces.
Oh, really?
Guys are rolling
So
rich.
We have
I'm
to
not
sell some of
super-
our gold bars and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not always super about like maybe necessarily role playing it, but like Nasira, like we could probably kind of pull off a assumption that I am some sort of rich like noble or something, and that some of you might be my retainers, because like I am unarmed and unarmored and I'm wearing very, very fine clothing. So
She
Yeah.
looks
and
like
and I'm acting very pompous, so yeah.
I'm cool with it.
I mean, that's definitely the way she's like basically like acting like, you know, all the time anyway with you guys, so that could be something that's
so you
know,
sort
some
of
people
having
observing
this
us might be making that assumption, yeah.
having this conversation before bedtime, maybe talking to everyone.
No, this is not in character. This is
Oh,
me
all right.
explaining what it would look like based on what would be seen in character.
All right. Well, it is. I'll say the night passes since it sounded like no one was doing anything else. Nothing happens. You all wake up fine in the morning. It is the 60th of spring at 8 a.m. You, I assume, go down and grab some breakfast, maybe some coffee or tea or whatever. What do you all want to do? It's a new day.
Just before we go too far on, I'm trying to take silver pieces out the bag, but the second I hit enter, it just goes to nothing on the screen. I just want to clarify, does it show no silver pieces for the rest of you now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you.
I typed in 1000, I pressed enter, and then it goes to 0. If I double click in the square, it shows 1000 again.
It's in black.
Oh, it's
It's in
the
black
color.
font. Yeah, your color is black font.
I don't know why.
I don't know.
Here,
It's,
how many is it supposed to be? He does. Oh wow, it's taking away the back, I guess, too.
Yeah, this is why I don't like messing with the sheet. For some reason, it always glitches out real hard for me.
Well, he's added a lot of customizations, and
Yeah, so it's meant to be 1000 now.
I thought I typed 1,000, but now it's back to 900.
I am going to just close that sheet because I am just scared of doing
Alright,
anything.
well, I just changed it to 1,000. I don't know. All right, so there's 1,000 silver pieces, and yeah, what? Like I said, is the next day. What do you all want to do?
Do we want to find a place to maybe sell some of these bars?
honestly, it just makes our bag heavier if we change a bunch of stuff into coins.
Does
Well,
it?
it's the
I just
same
wanted
way.
to let you guys know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
just-
pretty sure they
we
can
were
convert
just
one to one.
entertaining. We were just entertaining someone from the Thieves Guild at our table. I think worrying about changing money is the wrong way to go. You know?
It does come in
Well,
handy
we don't
though.
actually know that she's from the Thieves Guild. We just noticed that the group she was hanging with, that you
Oh,
played
or just a
cards
bunch
with,
of
were
rogues.
dressed-
Yeah,
we're dressed like
we're
rogues.
talking
Clarify.
money exchange. And
To
what do you think's
clarify-
gonna happen?
She seemed to be flirty with the Thieves Guild, not a
Yeah.
member.
Okay. Well, just saying. We started going down the path of trying to walk around with some money. Let's just pay the lady and go about our mission, because I feel like going down the path of
I think we're
Exchanging
waiting
money?
for Volley.
Are you?
He said he was going to be coming today, didn't he?
oh yeah, we had an audience with his sister today.
Yeah, he
Right?
said
We said he was
don't
going
yet,
to
but
try
we're-
to.
he
yeah.
said he was going to try to set up and he'd meet you at some point. He didn't say in the morning though.
Oh, I thought he said I'll see you tomorrow. I must have.
Yeah, kind of like he meant like sometime tomorrow. He didn't say like first thing in the morning or anything.
So,
How about I'd like
How,
to find a marketplace and buy some wigs and makeup for Ellen and Mirren.
like buy a disguise kit or something?
Like, well, are we able to use a disguise kit if we're not proficient,
yeah, you just don't have your proficiency, I would imagine.
Lou? Because sometimes you
I
told me before I can't
believe-
use a kit that I'm not.
Yeah, I
proficient
think
in.
kits and tools you do have to be proficient to use them.
So can I buy a box of hair dye? Like, is that counted? Does that have to be a disguise kit?
I don't know if they
I
would.
mean, not a box of hair dye, but like, can I buy a bottle of hair dye and dye Mirren? Like.
I mean, you can look around the market and see if they have something like that.
Buy her a scarf. Wear a scarf.
You could also-
Scarves are in style.
You could try to
Right.
hire someone too. Maybe, yeah, like buy like a different set of clothes. Hire someone to help disguise your people. I don't know.
But doesn't the disguise have to be reapplied? Like, if it's like a makeup disguise kit type of disguise, doesn't have to be reapplied like regularly?
Scarf does. Scarf. They wear a scarf. Scarf hides hair. Yeah, a
I'm-
scarf.
So I think I would.
I just like Scarlet and then Mirren both told us that this Foxheart family like had made multiple attempts to hire or enslave them and clearly knows about the three women. So I feel really nervous about them being seen here in town. I think we should do something to change
Oh well,
their-
they don't
their
plan on
look.
leaving the room.
Okay. All right.
I mean, they were just gonna hide here until you like either found a new place for them or yeah, they weren't
Okay.
gonna walk around unless you told them to. But yeah, they're also
All right.
afraid of that. And I'm
what
guessing
are the chances?
Dosho is gonna probably stay here and watch over them.
Okay. And Davian.
What are the chances I could find a particular uncommon magic item in this town? I
You'd
was
have
thinking about
to
getting.
you'd have to go look in the black markets. That's like a downtime thing. It would take a while.
Okay, I wasn't sure how likely it would be because I was thinking about getting a weapon of warning.
I mean, it's unlikely that you'll find someone just selling that. You'd have to do some research and look for it.
Too easy.
We could
Well,
send
if we-
Wolfen to go. We can send Wolfen to go do that. He's like
Well-
speaks thieves' cant and like
Well, regardless
he's a
of-
rogue.
Regardless of
rogue
who
bard.
regardless of who does it, it takes 5 days of downtime to do it.
I
Yeah.
might start
So-
working on that at some point then.
So we could start.
Yeah,
At
Matt.
some point when we have downtime, I'll start doing that then.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you all want to do?
Can we do a scouting party up to the Steel Shadow? Just kind of.
No, that's in a region
See?
we can't access yet. That's why we need
Oh,
the
it isn't?
meeting with the captain.
Also,
Okay.
it's going to be really hard for us to be inconspicuous. Like, we're a pretty unusual looking group that's now made an even bigger name for ourselves, like by doing magic at the pub last night.
Do we
Got
want?
it.
Do we want to try and sell all the bars in our inventory?
If anything, well, we're gonna take a loss if we, no matter who we go to, they're gonna want to make a profit on it. So we're gonna take a loss. So I personally am fine with keeping the bars, but
You know where?
They're
You know
not-
where we can get. You know
Don't-
where people. Actually, I have a really good idea of this. They have a lot of cash, and they'll take bars. Let's exchange it at a brothel.
Let's not. Just well, it's
Think
just
about
because-
it. They're gonna
how-
take the bars. They'll give us the most cash that they have for the bars. It's the best deal that we can get.
so let's take a couple gold bars and see if we can get a pile of gold coins to help us pay our way in town. But I don't think we
Yeah.
should exchange a bunch of stuff.
Maybe not all of them, but at least some of them. Because how many coins to a bar? Sorry, Lou.
100.
100. Yeah, so it's going to be
You mean to
very
tell
hard.
me? You mean to
unless we're
tell me
buying
at
magic items.
these brothels in Ravensport that we can't get at least 2 bars? We can't walk out with that much, like for how many bars do we have?
38.
38. Okay, we can at least get
That's
4
more.
of
Just
them, and it would be enough. You know,
That-
let's go to the
but that-
brothel and exchange it.
to put that into perspective.
Okay, how about
Mungus,
this? Here,
That's
Mungus.
about what
No.
10 people earn in a year.
Yeah. So
Well-
Mungus, here's 2 gold bars. Go about the city and see what you can like get for it, and then like each of us
Cool.
can try a couple different places, so we're not doing a bunch of bars in one place, maybe.
Oh, there's multiple brothels in Ravensport, so Mungus starts hitting up all the brothels and exchanging
Where's
bars
Ravensport?
for-
I'm not sure what this Ravensport is.
Pass.
Ravens Pass. Sorry,
And Mungus
I
doesn't come
think
home
brothel. I
tonight,
think port.
and we have to go searching the brothels for him.
Mungus is just lost in the brothels. So how are you gonna find these brothels, Mungus? Are you just gonna start asking
Just
around?
gotta-
Wilvin's been in all of them already.
And
Like-
Mungus, I did
So,
take those 2 bars
At
out
this
of the
point,
inventory, so make sure
Wolven
they're
is
in-
probably moved on. He's probably not gonna just stay with the group. Like he probably has some of his own stuff to do. Just because you're not supposed to just have a permanent, like, NPC helper.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Can we pay
That's
him?
fine.
Can we put him on salary?
Like to do what?
Debatable.
Is he just like? Is he
To-
just following you
be our-
around, or?
To be our charisma dude, because we
And
lost
he's a bard.
Nathaniel.
We lost a bard. We need a bard. Nathaniel was our bard. Wolven is now our new bard. So yeah.
Maybe, look, like, I feel like a more realistic goal would be like paying him as like an information gatherer.
Exactly.
So I guess well, I'll say for now he's looking at some other stuff, but maybe he'll be
and
back a little bit
having
later.
a bard that that travels with our party can open some doors. Like obviously this pub that we're at had a bard already, but sometimes you show up at a tavern and you having a bard can actually like open some doors for you because they want the entertainment.
Well, like I said, he probably had some stuff to do here already, so I'll say he's working on that right now, but he might be available later.
Okay, so
we're
selling gold
Mungus
bars.
starts at the bars and starts working his way to find brothels. That's
All right, give
Sure.
me.
Question is still, how are you finding him?
Well, you just said he's talking at the bar. Give me a persuasion check.
Missed that, my bad.
persuasion.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's better than your flat
You
cruiser.
just go look for the red lanterns.
All right.
Oh shit.
So I mean, you're kind of asking some people, getting some maybe weird looks. But actually, I'll say the proprietor of Finnegan's Flint, Edelyn, will say, "Yeah, I know of a place where there are some working girls. You have to go over to Pit Market. I think the guild has a presence there. You want to talk to...
The guild?
Yeah, hang on, I got their name here. You want to talk to the Pit Gang. They do a bunch of trading, gambling stuff. I think you were with them last night, or at least I saw you at one point at their table." She says, "So you want to talk to their people? They can probably find you a lady or man or whatever you're looking for."
Okay. I guess I leave the gold bar. I leave all the platinum, and I just go with them and maybe bring
sorry,
one bar
what?
with me.
Leave?
I don't want to go meet the very first time with the money.
I think he means leave them in the room.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Mungus,
I
I
thought
did
you meant
subtract-
with the
I did-
owner.
I did subtract those 2 gold bars from the party inventory, so do make sure that they're noted in your inventory, even if you do like leave them in the room for part of the day or
Okay.
whatever.
All right, so you're gonna head over to the market. What about the rest of you? Eldwin, what are you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while.
I might join him.
Like Elmo's plan was also planning to go to market.
Oh, so maybe
Because
all
of-
three of you are going.
Yeah, but Ellen's gonna see if he could like try and identify like signs of like the criminal activity, like like where people are gathering, stuff like that, because of his criminal background?
Sure. So you're heading over to the market as well.
Yeah.
Are we just all heading to the market?
Yeah, are you just all going?
I think I'm gonna stay in the room. If there's no point
Okay.
in me buying like disguise stuff, that was the only thing I was heading out for. So I'm gonna stay with the NPCs.
All right, so Nasira is staying here.
We take LJ with us because he has everything in the bag.
I also need to
Yeah,
take
he's
a
in the
quick break.
background.
My dogs went out. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's fine. So you were given kind of directions that there's a big stone bridge, which you would see as you're going down the street. It looks like the bridge. Well, it doesn't look like it was built like the rest of the stuff. Does anyone have history?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, give me a roll.
Ooh, not great.
You think it's a dwarven construction. You don't know much about it, but it seems really solid. And it goes over a like just huge chasm. Like you don't even see the bottom. It just falls into darkness. As you're
Jeez, and
going
with my
over
dark
this.
vision, that's saying something.
Yeah, it looks like it just goes like really deep into some kind of cave. But yeah, you make your way over. And you would see a large marketplace at this point. I'm just going to light up the area because actually it is lit by the sunstones.
I love the name of it. A very apt name for that bridge.
Market.
That was a little too much. I'll do 400.
What'd you say, sorry, Elton?
Like, I just love deep crossings. Like, yeah, that's apt.
Yep.
So yeah, you
That's what it says on the tin.
you kind of come into a quaint little market area. There's a bunch of trading going on. People kind of shouting back and forth, haggling. Looks like it is pretty in motion, even for as early as it is. I'll say at this point it's about probably 9 a.m. What do you all want to do as the three of you kind of look around at all these people going about their days, trading and talking?
I might actually check if there's any things I need to buy for spells.
So you kind of enter the market proper, taking a look around at everything. So what were you trying to do here, Mungus? Like look for some of these pit gang
Exchange.
people?
I mean, I was trying to follow the lead of Eldwin, who I guess has some experience in
Dealing with the criminal underbelly.
Yeah, right. I'm kind of following you in here.
All right, so Eldwin, assuming you're asking around trying to figure out more about this gang,
Yeah.
give me persuasion, and you can use proficiency if you're not proficient.
Oh, so I got proficiency for this one? Okay.
Yeah, because you kind of know who to talk to in this situation.
Alright.
All right, so 21, is that right? Or no guidance, right?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that checked. So 18.
So yeah, you're kind of talking to a few people. Definitely when you mention the pit gang, people get a little nervous. But one of the people you talk to would tell you that usually you can find them hanging around the stairs. If you go to the southern end of Pit Market, there's actually a stairway going down into that pit in the middle of it. You go down there and you'll probably find some of them, but they don't really like people going down there. So, go at your own risk. Yeah, and I should have mentioned there is like a huge pit in the middle of the market that also looks like a dwarven construction. But you didn't see a stairway down. Then again, you weren't looking for it. So what do you want to do?
So they said that there's a stairway down somewhere with a pit, and I'll likely find something.
Yeah. Do you want to head down there?
Like, I'll turn to Mungus. Like, you sure you want to get
I'm
involved?
thinking this pit's not where we want to be, so let's maybe find what we're looking for away from this pit. There's nothing down there that we're looking for.
Well, that's where the gang probably is. That's where they usually hang out, down in the pits, the dwarven pits. But yeah, if you don't want to go down there, I guess you could do other things.
But did you say there weren't stairs, or there's no obvious way to get down?
Well, you didn't see any, but the guy just told you there were stairs in the south end of it.
Oh, gotcha.
Here,
we
I'm
weren't-
guessing.
I'll go look at those stairs.
All right, so if you head
Wanna
over
go
there,
Get down them.
yeah, so if you head over there, you would indeed see like a very small, kind of narrow, steep stairwell that gives you a little bit of pause. It doesn't look completely safe. Like there's not much room on the stairs. Like you definitely would have to go down them single file. And it looks like there is quite a drop if you fuck it up.
I do
There's-
not like heights.
There's
Like,
no,
real life,
we
this is
develop
making-
vertigo.
Yeah, I'm not like if I'm gonna fight someone, it's not gonna be next to an empty pit. So, hey, who's ever down there? We want to talk.
You're just gonna yell into the pit.
Nah, like legit, just you describing it made me feel squeamish.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
So
no.
if you lean over and shout into the pit, you don't see anyone.
Does the echo come back?
Yeah, it does echo a little. It looks like a pretty deep, large hole. But a moment later, you would see someone kind of pop out onto the stairwell a little ways down. Looks like there might be like maybe a tunnel down there you didn't see. And he looks up at you, Mungus, and he says, "What do you want? Keep your voice down, also. And get the guard on us."
We wish to parlay, do some business.
He just gives you kind of a funny look. He says, we don't really just do business with anyone who goes shouting into the pit. Are you looking for something in particular, or?
I can't really see or hear you, so can you like come a little closer?
You can, well, I guess, you can kind of see him. Are you trying to bluff him?
I mean, if we can go down there, then he can come up here. Like, we want to talk.
Give me a persuasion. I'm surprised Eldwin isn't doing this.
Elvin, you want to give me a hand here? Persuasion.
Although Mungus, I think, is kind of persuasive, right?
That's a yeah.
I think I think now he is the second most persuasive member of the group.
So the rogue kind of sighs and starts coming up the stairs carefully. He gets to about 15 feet from you and says, all right, I'm right here. What are you looking for? Come on.
We have some currency we need to exchange.
Says, what do I
Here
look
to-
like? Do I look like a bank to you?
No, but you know where the best real banks are. Like, can you
We
take
go to the
us
theme
to a
skill to find a
brothel?
bank.
This is not where I thought this was
What
going.
places do you
want
like
Hey,
robbing?
Hang on. Sorry, what did you say, Mungus? I missed that.
We're looking for some brothels so we can give bars for cash. Like,
Says,
Why brothels?
says you're looking for some company?
Why are you so?
sure, yes, that's what I want. Company.
He says, all right. He kind of lowers his voice. He says, if you go to the, I'll say he slips you like a little piece of paper with a address on it. He says, if you go there, they'll take care of you.
Appreciate it.
And he just
And
nods.
I
And
give him a pat on the back, which is an unarmed attack.
Oh, you can't. He's kind of low down. You
away.
probably can't reach him.
He's
He-
like 15.
Also,
Well,
you don't want to risk toppling him down the pit and making us a bunch of enemies.
Yeah, he kind of reached up to give you the paper, but then he backed off. He's kind of nervous because you're a big guy.
All right, I can look back at Elwin and say, we got what we came for. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, and now
Wait,
you go
move
to
away
that
from the
address and
pit.
his cousin is waiting to jump you.
Yeah. All right, so you look at the piece of paper,
a whale. We can rip him off.
and yeah, it looks like the address is just south of here, kind of at the south side of the market.
Let's go.
All right, so you go down to the house. You knock at the door. A guy answers. Looks kind of like one of the guys you saw last night. Actually, you would recognize him. Says, "Hey, big guy."
Is
You,
that
It's not the guy you
Someone
slapped. It
told me-
was someone else.
okay.
Someone tells me this is a place to have a good time.
Says, "Yeah, you want to come in?"
Yes, please.
All right, so you kind of. What about your friends? Are they joining you? Is this like a group thing?
Don't say it like
Shit
that.
might get weird in here, guys. Like, you might want to stay out. I don't know. But really, this is a transaction, a currency exchange. But, like,
Call it whatever you
You're welcome.
want, friend.
come,
Just
but whatever is happening.
Oh god, let's go talk to the madam.
All right, so you're all coming in.
Don't ask me how I know what to call the head of a hot brothel.
Because you've seen movies.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
like,
everyone knows
D&D
it's called
player.
that.
Or-
true.
played a fantasy game in your
well-
life, like
We
Yeah,
don't have to
no.
go into like too many details here, but are you actually like trying to get some time with someone and then like breaking the gold bar that way?
I
I
think we
mean,
just
we're gonna flirt and have fun and whatever. But yeah, the goal
You
is to talk to the
Okay.
madam, talk to the madam and say, hey, here's a platinum bar. Can we have exchange it for whatever you have in your.
1,000
Wait,
gold.
Just
I don't
to
think
be
it was
clear,
a platinum. I think
we
they were
gave
going
you
for.
2 gold bars, which you left at the hotel.
Yeah, it's
not
true. You
I
don't actually.
know. I just wanted to make sure this place was real before I show up. And
Oh
they
no, I
rob me
understand.
for-
I understand why you left it behind, but not platinum. We don't want to let
Okay.
people know how wealthy we are.
Got
Gold.
it, I got
Gold
it.
bars.
All right. Does anyone have gold bars on them to pay for something here?
Well, we brought LJ with us
All right, sure.
because
So,
he's got the bag.
Oh no, you all the wealth with you. Okay.
Yeah.
all right. So,
It's really hard to steal from, to be fair.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
You
with
have to
all 4
know
of you-
what's
with
in
all
there.
4 of you, especially, yeah.
So basically, you're kind of using this gold to pay for a transaction, but yeah, you're trying to get a bunch of coins out of it.
Change.
Okay.
Are we actually? I thought the plan was just to come here and be like, "Oh, you want to buy bars from us?"
Oh no, they don't want to buy your bars.
Okay, well,
But they'll give change if
Yeah,
you pay in
exactly.
But
bars.
yeah, they do have enough money that they can change gold bars. Not too many, but maybe like 1 or 2.
Cool.
why
Alright.
don't we just talk to like a bank?
Oh, there's
like
probably not a bank
merchants
here.
or something. Nobody.
I don't know why you guys are doing what you're doing. It's fine though.
We
It'll-
just followed
Mungus.
Mungus.
Mungus just wanted to go.
Mungus has a
apparently.
project. He's working it. So yeah,
I
you
think,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Onvia realizes what's going on, and he's like, "You know what? No, I'm waiting outside."
All right. So is it just Mungus making some change here?
I think so.
All right.
Dylan and Andre just awkwardly standing outside. It's like,
So
Like,
Mungus is
not
gonna
like
spend a
something.
couple of hours at the brothel and
Just
get
speaking
some
all in
change. Is that the plan?
Yep, that is exactly what happens. Nothing else. If there is a really hot half-orc barbarian that he leaves the same room as, don't knock it till you try it.
Um,
Walks out.
All right.
So,
Give me a performance or a con save. Your choice.
It should be both,
Okay.
right? Like there's always the
Shouldn't
chance.
it be both,
If
really?
ever there's an
I feel like,
inspiration
yeah.
roll,
You can
It's
have a
like
great
this
time.
is an inspiration
Performance
roll.
for how
Perform
good you
really
did.
well.
Performance.
You
We're
can
doing
perform really well and have a
Like
great
I said, we
time
don't have to
and
go into
still-
detail, but
and
yeah,
still get
just give me a
exposed.
check.
Did I?
Uh-oh.
We do
man.
Oh no! Alright,
Oh, man.
where's the sound effect?
And I wasted my inspiration on that. Oh, jeez.
Alright, so
I
you,
imagine it's just a pure war cry.
Mungus, maybe, I don't know, is that practice or something? Yeah, half-orc beat you up. You feel a little bit bad about this. So yeah, maybe a couple hours pass and Mungus comes out of the brothel with a bunch of coins and a black eye and like a kind of a sad
He
look on his
accidentally
face.
ordered the dominatrix.
Yeah, he didn't fully know what he was getting himself into. But
The question is, how many coins does he come out with?
I'll say he spent 50 gold, so 150.
So we got half the bar back.
Well, no, you got 150. You got 2
Yeah,
bars.
he
You
took
said.
2 bars, so
Okay.
50 gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you putting that in your inventory, Mungus?
He just has a whole
Which
bunch
is,
of coins with
it's
him.
fine if you do. I just want to make sure it gets recorded somewhere.
I also
Oh, actually,
150 gold in my pocket now.
yeah. Although Mungus, give me a perception check. I forgot. You might notice something while you're in there.
Perception.
Now you spent your inspiration, right? That was on the performance.
Yes, the 5 performance that actually
the
kind of
double 5s.
Oh, but the perception was good.
So while you were in there, kind of walking around, going to some of the different rooms, you would have seen Nancy in there.
Of course.
Working or just?
You're not sure, but it looked like she was. You don't think she noticed you, though. Which is kind of surprising with how big you are.
LJ just screamed in the main chat, "My date."
What?
In the main chat, LJ just put in all caps, "My date."
Oh, jeez. Anyway, so yeah, what are you gonna tell anyone of what you saw, or are you just gonna kind of keep that to yourself?
I think everyone should know that she's in there. I think maybe my compadres might want to have some questions to ask her. Y'all
Yeah.
want to come talk to what's her name?
Perhaps-
She's in here.
Perhaps when she joined our table last night, she was hoping one of us would want to hire her company.
Or maybe that's why she was
Ellen,
at the
go in
bar to
there.
begin with,
Ellen,
but then
go
she
in
just
there
wanted to
and
hear
talk to
about her
her.
family.
Go talk to
Unsure.
her, Ellen. She's in there. She actually was asking about you. Elvin, I
Well,
think you should go in there and talk to her. Do it.
Who are you talking
Come
to?
on. Elvin,
Eldwin.
Oh,
go
okay.
in there and talk to her, please.
I'll
I'll give you 20 gold to go in and talk to her.
I'll do it. I
I'll
am
do
worth
it.
this shit right now.
Now that Bungus has all the gold, is Eldwin there? He's been kind of quiet.
No, he's there. He's just in disbelief. Like, why? No.
All right, give Anvir some of the gold and let him go do it.
I'm kidding. I am not going into that place.
Alright,
Not even a faith thing. This is just my own personal belief. I'm not going in there.
Cool. Well, we got what we came for. Let me put some meat on this eye, and we never talk about what we saw. Okay.
All right, so now
Mungus doesn't
our
want to talk about it.
Are Anvir and Eldwin going to pursue some of their ways of changing coins? Because we talked about maybe like doing a few coins in different places instead of all in one place.
There is actually something I might potentially want to buy, which is a spell component.
Okay.
Which I have noticed is exactly 100 gold, so I might just be able to transaction a bar for it.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll be hard to get. It's a sunburst pendant worth 100 gold. Lou, I don't know how hard that will be to get.
What spell is that for?
Dawn.
Can you link it?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm not sure if you've got it shared because it's not coming
Well, if you have the book, it should come through for you. What's it called?
Dawn.
Dawn?
It's from Xanathars. I do have the books, but I have them on like D&D.
Yeah, okay, so it's just kind of like jewelry. If you look around the market, let's see. It's probably not a common thing. Give me a persuasion as you kind of walk around Pit Market talking to some of the vendors. Anyone who wants can roll this as well. It doesn't just have to be you, if they're helping you.
That'd be great because I think I'm the worst talker in this group, actually.
What are we rolling?
You see
Persuasion.
everything, but you don't want to talk.
I'm a nice guy. I just don't have like proficiency or anything.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to talk
Yeah,
to
but-
people.
You have a 7-foot Goliath not walking with a tattoo of you on his hand.
Yeah. I am charismatic. I'm
And
just
with the black
persuasive
eye
or
now.
deceptive. Yeah.
What are we rolling?
Persuasion.
You're looking for a magical thing in the market for Anvir. You're just talking
Sarah,
to
you
people.
have a
asking
good eye
about
for
it.
jewelry.
Oh, not 20.
Oh, Mungus to the rescue. All
I'm
right,
not
so
there though.
yeah, Mungus talks to
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of the stalls. One of them directs you to a jeweler, and looking at his stuff, yeah, there's the pendant right there. One of the things on display.
Will he happily just take a gold bar for it?
He says, "Oh, this is my last one. I could not give it up for more or less than 120."
Uh,
Like he
Yeah,
says,
well,
I'll just like palm 20 gold
There you go.
on there.
it's
Uh,
like I
The
could
bar
have paid
from
it in
the
silver,
inventory.
but that would have been 200 silver.
Just throw a bunch of dimes at him. Here's your
Just
money.
pay a bar.
Actually, I think it would be hilarious, and that would be a lot of weight.
He probably wouldn't mind, actually. I mean, these guys trade in gold and silver. Do you want to pay him in
You know
silver?
what? Yeah,
let
we'll
me
give him
subtract
one gold
200
bar.
silver and and 1 gold bar.
Oh no, I have 200 silver on me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nah,
so
you
I'm
just dump it
subtracting
out of the
bar,
bag.
right?
It's like paying a parking ticket with pennies. Just.
We just still give him a gold bar for the like 100.
Oh yeah, no,
Just the
he's not
20 thing.
complaining. He'll say,
And
"Oh,
I'm
thank you," and
subtracting the
he
bar from the inventory.
he
Right?
starts piling up the coins to count them as he slips you the pendant. He says, "Hope it does good for you." I don't know why he has an
Anvir,
accent.
you didn't have that bar on you. I took that from the inventory, right?
Sorry, I was typing and didn't want to accidentally put a bunch of V's in there. No, I didn't have one. Yes, I'll need you to remove.
Oh,
it
I
as
forgot
well.
you have
Yeah,
the
tablet.
push box. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure it got recorded. So that's.
Oh yeah, my dogs whine too much for me to not have push to talk.
All right, so yeah, you get your pendant. He says, "Is there any other jewelry you'd like? I have some fantastic pieces."
Got any brass knuckles?
For you, my friend, yes. And he pulls out some really nasty-looking knuckles. He says, "Only 20 gold pieces."
Take it in silvers.
You said they're really nasty looking. Are they? Do they look like they're worth 20 gold?
Nasty
I
as
mean,
in they look decrepit, or nasty as in they look like
they're
they
like
do a lot of damage?
spiky.
100.
They're like spiky.
Wait.
and-
You said 20?
Yeah, 20 gold.
Yeah, nasty as in vicious, not
5.
nasty as in
5 gold.
ugh.
Says, what do you mean 5 gold? Look at the craftsmanship. 20 gold. Give me a persuasion
5.
check.
Can I do an
No,
insight check?
intimidation. Intimidation. 5. 22.
22. He says, he kind of looks around. He says, 15. That's as low as I go.
Can I do an insight check to know if that's a ripoff?
I mean, it's kind of an exotic weapon. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised if it is fairly expensive. It's probably
Yeah, I
not a
wasn't
bad
sure.
price.
Just do the 15
He
Mungus.
says, large one, you buy my pendants with your friends. I give you 15.
I put 10 gold on the table. And I
Oh,
say,
jeez.
we good.
Give me another persuasion. So
19.
are you trying to rip me off? 10 gold. Look at the quality, the spikes. You could kill someone with this. Fine.
Oh, and
He-
well.
See, angrily takes the 10 gold. He's like, you take it, get out of my shop. You're not welcome back here anymore. Go. Go away.
I apologize to the man.
No, you go away too. I'm mad at all of you. Get out of here.
I'm tempted to just give him 10 gold now.
As you're leaving, just slip him. He's like, here you go.
Yeah, I actually do. I slip him the rest of my silver, which is 10 gold's worth.
Just dump a bunch more silver on his.
Yeah. I just give it to him. I just go, I'm so
Like,
sorry.
all right, you a good boy, worshipper of. I like your
Gildar.
holy symbol, Gildar. Yes, I know of your people. They trade here sometimes.
Yes. They are good people. I am sorry about my friend.
It's okay. All right.
I walk away. I don't
So
want the town being like, God, that big guy's a dick.
he seems to be happy to get the original amount. He didn't think he was actually going to get anything. All right, so yeah, you got your brass knuckles. I'll say that they make your unarmed damage a D2 instead of 1.
So
Sweet.
D2 plus strength. Nice.
Yeah,
So he has
D2
now
plus
a
strength.
50-50
Well,
chance to
I
add
guess they're
one
spiked, so a D3. I'll say D3 plus strength.
Ooh.
Now,
D3
here's the
plus
thing.
strength.
Here's the thing.
And they do piercing damage instead of bludgeoning. Oh,
Now,
wow, you're buying brass knuckles.
If I go into a rage, that is now it also deals radiant damage. Right?
That's true. If you punch, I mean, you can wear them while you're swinging your
It's a
weapon.
flavorful thing.
Yeah, you can wear them while
Yeah,
you're
like-
swinging your flail, and if for some reason you lose your flail and have to go unarmed, you can start just like, punching people with radiant explosions. Although your flail is still going to hit things way harder than these knuckles.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
he just wants it
sometimes,
for RP.
sometimes someone needs a punch in the face.
It's still kind of badass.
Yeah. It does make you look more badass with these spiked knuckles walking around.
So after we leave the I guess the jewelry store,
It's like over
Um,
here.
yeah, it's like Eldon's gonna just like quick as like we're walking on the market, like every let me double check how long this lasts.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. This is way bigger
yeah.
than the market in Candle.
Yeah. So like every 10 minutes, like Elmo's just gonna like go off to the side and just quickly cast detect magic and just see if like any shop or if there's anything like magical that might catch his eye.
So the market's kind of crowded. You're pretty sure you'll be noticed. You can still do it, but yeah, people be kind of weirded out that you're just casting spells. It's definitely not something that's like, you don't see other people doing anything like that.
Is there a little nook we could hide in?
Not every 10 minutes. I mean, you could leave the market and specifically cast it to go look at something. Or like maybe cast it and then just like quickly walk around the market.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Alright, so I'll say as you're kind of taking off this way, are you telling them or are you just kind of doing this?
I tell them I'm gonna be doing this.
Okay. And what do you are you're just kind of or go ahead.
Could Mungus and Anvir kind of block him a little bit while he's doing it to make it less obvious?
The market's kind of crowded. It would be hard. Like you would have to probably go over to the houses over here and like just go in someone's like alley or something. Which you could do. I mean, you could probably do a quick sprint around the market in
Hop
10
into
minutes.
someone's garden.
Yeah.
So
Top someone's fence.
if you do that, you don't see much in the way of magic in the market. Let me check something. So you would notice one person, a woman, who is speaking with looks like a fruit vendor. She's kind of being kind of smiley and cordial. You would notice she has several magical items on her. Like probably 4 total, which is a lot. Like
Do we
you,
recognize her at all?
here, let me give you a picture. You
Oh,
would,
so
yeah,
you wouldn't,
I
but
didn't-
I'll give you a picture of what she looks like.
It's like, yeah, I'd immediately mark her.
Yeah, because like no one
Well-
else has magic stuff, and she's just like lit up. Where is it? Yeah, give me a moment because I have to hide her name. And I should hide her description because you wouldn't know this stuff yet.
Mungus is just looking at his brass knuckles like, oh, I got such a good deal on you.
Yeah.
So I know we weren't allowed to go to the northwest. Is that area like behind those gates we see? to the
Yeah,
north?
so there's kind of like a large town hall area, and behind them is just like this massive stairwell. Again, it looks like a construction that may have predated the town itself. But at the top of the stairwell is just this huge set of like these big shroomwood doors. Did I hide
And do we get the
everything?
sense that that's maybe
Yeah.
the place we're trying to get to, where the Steel Shadow Base and all that stuff?
I mean,
is?
it is the northwest of town.
I
And
just
the
wasn't sure.
what's his name did mention that it was in the northwest section, so that would probably check out. And there are 2 towers up there, kind of overlooking the cave, with a bunch of guards in them, and some guards at the door itself. But yeah, so that's the woman you see as you walk around Eldwin. You might see in one of the stalls, I'll say, there is another magic signature kind of in this stall over here. But other than that, you don't see any magic.
Alright. So you said there's like one stall that had something magic?
Yeah, you saw a signature coming from one of the stalls.
Alright. Well, first
I'll say it was strangely enough, a stall that sold like kind of junk, like pots, pans, just like really old crap, almost like a what would be a good word, like maybe like a pawn shop, but yeah, just a bunch of junk.
I guess I would go check that out.
Like an
thrift
antique
store.
mall.
Yeah, maybe like antique type thing.
Antique malls tend to be more junk than anything real bad. Like, there's like treasures in amidst the junk.
Careful, Macklemore's about to rock up.
Exactly. Gonna pop some tags. Let's see. So yeah, you kind of go into the this junk place. It looks like, yeah, there's just a pile of crap all over the place. There's like yeah, pots, pans, like old swords. Like nothing here looks very valuable. You do see from under some of the wares the magical signature. I assume you're gonna go check it out.
Yes.
All right, so you walk over there. You kind of move some stuff aside, and inside one of the pots is an odd-looking, like a how do I describe it? Like almost like a pitcher, but it looks really weird, and it's glowing with magical energy.
Ooh, that's exciting.
The guy says, "Oh, you like that?" He says, "That's one of my more expensive pieces. Notice how clean it is." He says, "You want to buy it?"
I might be convinced to buy it.
He says, Well, like I said, there's some gold inlay on it. It looks like it's in very good shape. So I'll probably say 10 gold pieces."
Like, like, gonna try an insight check. Like, does he have any idea that this thing has like some magic to it?
He's selling a magic item for 10 gold. He has no
Yeah,
idea
that's what I'm
it's-
thinking. It's like,
I mean,
okay.
even without a roll, you're pretty sure he has no
For sure.
idea.
Yeah,
Either
that's what I
that or
thought.
it's cursed.
Or it's cursed, yeah, maybe.
That's what I was like. That's what I'm like. My luck, it's gonna be cursed. And it's just like,
The second you
Like-
buy it, you die.
yeah. It's just like, 6 gold.
It says, I'm already 10 gold for such a lovely item, and you're going to try to bargain it to 6? Give me a persuasion.
This is not gonna be great. He's... No.
Kind of angrily crosses his arms. He says, now it's 15 gold.
It's like,
You're no mungus.
like, he's like, just like sighs, just like, you know what? Just like,
The chair just comes flying in from off screen and hits the guy. So yeah,
like, what
it
the-
says, do you want it or you not?
it's like, fine, I'll take 15.
Says,
Guess I'm
very
not getting
good.
a loader.
Thank you for your business. He will hand you the very fancy looking pitcher.
I have a slight idea what this might be, which is,
I
And I
have
hope I'm
I have
right.
2 ideas. Yeah, and both are
No
fun.
clue.
Both
Absolutely
are really
no clue.
fun.
so, after I leave, I'm gonna, look, is the woman still by the food vendor?
No, you don't see her anymore.
Alright. In that case, it's like, I'm gonna, head over to the vendor. It's like,
Oh my god, did you guys not hear me at all?
No.
I was on
no.
mute. Oh my god, I was saying 6. We'll.
Well, you're not there with him. This is him alone because he
I
kind of
rolled intimidation. Oh man.
he kind of ran around the market really quick to look for magic. I think you're just kind of waiting with the rest of them.
Never mind. I thought you guys were just ignoring me when I was
I'm
yelling
sorry.
6.
No, you were muted. We didn't hear you.
Oh man, we could have got that thing for 6.
I'm okay.
I mean, if it's a magical item, you guys are already getting a very
even
good
for,
deal.
Even for
Yeah.
an extremely big.
I rolled a 99 on that random encounter, so I was like, yeah, all right, we'll put something neat here.
Like, so I'll approach the one vendor, and it's like, like, is there like a man or a woman on there?
Oh, the one who was talking to the woman?
Yeah.
She's a customer, right? The one that's wearing the magic items, not the vendor, right?
Yeah, she was a customer. So you go up and talk to the fruit vendor. He's like, hello. Would you like some fresh apples grown in the sunstones to the north of here? I just bought them fresh from the what are their names? From the Abra estate.
Like, It's like, actually, like, I have a quick question for you.
Of course.
Like, I'm new to the area, and I was just walking the market, and I saw you talking to a woman recently. Do you mind telling me where she was? Like, who she was? She seemed to be awfully important.
Was she? Oh, I don't know her. Do you mean who I was just talking to?
Yes.
Says, I actually had not met her before. She also seemed like she had a lot of questions for me. More about things I saw in the market over the past few weeks. She seemed very nice. Are you friends with her?
No, I'm a purveyor of magics, and I saw that she had quite interesting magical look to her.
Oh, did she? Give me a deception check.
Oh.
Alright.
I felt like Eldwin was being like more truthful than I expected him to be, and now you're
I was
being
gonna say,
Well,
that was
he's
very
n-
truthful.
He's not really a purveyor of
Hey, well,
magic.
it's
I'm
better for
better at
him.
deception than perception. I'll take it.
He says,
Well,
well,
stop the argument.
he looks around. He says, I did not see where she went, but it's interesting to know. I'll keep an eye out in case I see her again. She did not look magical to
Do I see
me.
correctly from her portrait that she has pink hair? Is that accurate?
I think so. Let me see. Yes. So she has kind of an exotic looking hair color. Although you wouldn't have seen her. This is only
Right.
Eldwin.
I'm just for the journal. Yeah.
Got it. So I guess let me just check in with Mungus and Anvir. Are you two doing
Yo.
anything while he's looking around the market?
You need to be nicer to the shopkeepers, man.
Listen. It's rude if you don't haggle. Like, everyone's here hustling, man. Like, if you don't, it's disrespectful just to take the first offer. Okay, like you have to at least offer less. Like, it's rude to not do
It's
it.
also disrespectful to ask for a quarter of the original price in an intimidating way.
Every negotiation in a Goliath is intimidating. Like, there's no way I'm not going to be, everything is intimidation. Like, I can't help it.
I don't know if we need to keep role playing it, but I feel like this just keeps going back and forth for a bit.
So you two are arguing. What about Nasira? Is she doing anything back at
Um,
Finnegan's Flint?
I will probably like order a bath and partake of some of the inn's luxuries, but for the most part, I'm staying with the NPCs. Maybe I would
right.
scribe a level 1 scroll during the day.
Yeah. So I mean, that would just be a few hours, as long as you have the
Yeah.
time for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll subtract the golden. Yeah.
So do you have ink for that?
Well, it's not the like wizard scribing that requires special ink. It's the
Oh, you're
I'm casting a spell into the scroll.
you're
so that I
creating
can
a
Yeah,
use it
scroll.
in the
activity
future
thing.
when I'm out of.
So
So it's an 8-hour task. 'Cause-
so it is downtime. Okay, so you're
Yeah,
just spending the day doing that. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would probably include like at some point going to the market
I'll
and getting
do-
inks.
And I'll do bless. I feel like that's a handy one.
All right, so yeah, you're working on that. All right, so Eldwin. So yeah, the guy says I'll keep an eye out for her. What do you want to do?
I guess for like just first cooperation, I'll just buy a bunch of I'll just hand him gold and buy like an apple from him.
Oh, a gold for an apple.
Kindle apple.
I don't have silver.
Yeah, I mean he would just. I'll say you just buy it. It'll be part of the your expenses because an apple is pretty cheap.
Okay.
So you buy an apple. He says, "Oh, thank you very much. You have a great day."
Monkey just has an armful of apples. Bye.
Oh, he was by himself. This is still him by himself.
Yeah, you
I was
two.
with him.
You two are back over here arguing about haggling. He's more on this side of the market over here.
I would like to try something that potentially won't pan out to anything.
Okay.
But I'd like to get a little closer to the door, not to like a suspicious closeness.
Oh yeah, I mean the market's packed. There are a bunch of people like up near the stairwell. So you could I mean they probably wouldn't notice you unless you actually walked up the stairs.
Yeah, I
I
just.
mean
wanna
there
get
are
like-
probably also people just like sitting on the stairwell hanging
Yeah,
out.
that's what I was gonna ask. If people
Yeah.
like stop to have their lunch on the stairs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to kind of get.
It's kind of a
just-
landmark in the caves.
I just want to kind of get closer to that door area.
Sure. Is Mungus coming with you, or is this like you're asking him to wait
Oh
here?
yeah,
I
Mungus
mean,
is coming
I'll
with
start
and, like,
going.
Okay.
I want to like Mungus is like an apple in one hand and like also eating.
Where are you getting this
like-
apple from?
You just pulled it out of
We
nowhere.
got-
Uh,
we-
man,
we
I'll-
went
I'll
to
say
Dublin.
I'll say he went to a different fruit stand and picked up an apple.
All right.
Yeah.
cool.
He's like
Um,
stuck it to his spike and he's like eating off his spike knuckles. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, I'd kind of just be like, hey, I want to try something, Mungus.
What?
Follow me. It might not turn out to anything.
Cool. We go.
I want to move, closer to the stairs.
All right. So the two of you kind of move up towards the stairwell.
And I want to try and get into a more discreeter place where I could cast a spell. It's only an action, so like.
All right. So yeah, you kind of find an area down next to the like huge stairwell. Give me a stealth check.
I'm not terrible. At this.
Like just
Guess
kind of.
I'm there too, right?
Yeah, you're playing lookout. All right. So you kind of go down there, and you don't see anyone around. Mungus is just making a bunch of noise. But what are you
I have
casting?
heavy armor. Oh, yeah,
I am
that's true, my
casting-
size. My size is heavy armor.
It might not turn out, but just on the off chance it does, I'm going to try casting Locate Creature on Scarlet.
How far does that locate?
1,000 feet.
All right, let me check something.
Scarlet. Who's Scarlet?
She's the third of the three women that can
She's,
sense
yeah,
the ley
so
lines, and she was kidnapped from our manor.
You
Oh,
would
so this
detect
is-
her, actually.
Yes.
She is somewhere to the north.
yes!
Good
Let's
job, Andre.
go.
I just had a feeling like, you know what, that we're not that far away from that door. I don't know how much of town is past it, but it was worth a shot.
I'm so
We're
glad you did that
going
because
to- we're gonna save Scarlet and avenge Uvlal.
look, I'm so glad you did because I was gonna come back to you guys like, hey, do we want to do
Wouldn't it be
this?
hilarious if Matt rejoins our group just as we all like go avenge Uvlal.
I actually heard back from him. He said he can't rejoin,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Fuck that guy.
So
Oh.
Mungus,
That would've
the,
been so
the
funny.
the NPC that died protecting Scarlet when she was kidnapped was a former player character, and that was the person who Lou was thinking might rejoin. So that would have been really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm sorry. I feel like I actually reacted in character. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
No, that's fine.
I immediately look at Mungus and go, it worked. I'll talk about it later. We need to find Eldwin.
Oh, that's so good, Onveer. You did so good. I'm excited.
So, yeah, I guess I'll say, as,
Elwin comes with us. Like we're all together now. over
well,
here.
yeah, I'll say, like, you kind of go back down here to wait for Elwin. He'd probably show up, like, maybe 20 minutes later. So it is about, I'll say 10:30
Hey,
at this
Elwin.
point.
Elwin, did you go talk to her at the brothel?
Like who? What?
I think he means Nancy.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
dude. Did you ever go back to the brothel and go have a time with Nancy?
I couldn't care less.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's keep going.
Enough of this. Enough of this, Mungus. Eldwin, we need to go back to the tavern. She's here.
Wait, you found her?
I detected her. She is in this town.
Like, let's go find and see her then.
All right,
Mungus
so
is like, who the hell is she?
this is cryptic bullshit.
On the way back,
Whatever.
I'll mention
I
though.
get to swing my flail soon, right?
Like, I'll just quickly mention the woman's like
Friend of ours.
there's a woman that seemed
Pink
to
hair.
be that seemed to be new to the area that had a lot of magical items on her, meaning that she
Just
was
tell
either
me who not to kill, and we'll do this. Let's go.
We'll,
Say less.
yeah, we'll talk about it in detail as we get.
All right, so
What time is it, Lou?
they get back around 11, so it's getting close to the
AM?
afternoon. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still morning.
So Mungus's little roll in the hay was at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, it was pretty
Good
early.
way to wake up.
Barbarians work on different
Oh,
time.
the blood's pumping for the day.
He got beat up by a half orc around 11, or sorry,
go to
around
the-
like
yeah.
9.
All right.
I go to the room immediately.
All right, yeah. So I assume you are gonna tell everyone about this development.
Yes. I didn't know if it was going to work out, but I casted a spell that lets me detect a creature. And I detected a.
Scarlet,
Yes, Scarlet.
you found
She's
Scarlet.
here.
Uh,
Oh, it's
do you know
amazing.
what building what structure she's in?
No, I just detected her past the gates into the north west area.
That must be the base Volo was talking about. Ellen says. It was well done. Well done on Veer. She
Yeah,
says.
we need to get into that north area. I wonder when Voli will return.
Voli, yeah. She says, yeah, we have to get her soon. I'm guessing they're gonna try to move her back to the Empire, so I don't know how much time we have.
Hmm. Should we try to infiltrate, or do you think we should wait for Voli?
I don't know. She says this. It seems like this is a fairly large city. I mean, if you all try to just bust down the front door of the Steel Shadow, you could have everyone on it going after you and just end up dead or in jail.
Oh, I don't intend to do anything so blatant, but I mean, I'm open to ideas and plans that.
Davian, or well, what's his name? Is it Davian?
Davian.
Davian would say, well, if the political structure is anything like the capital here, which it most likely is at least similar, we're going to need political friends if we're going to go up against the Steel Shadow. I don't think we can just try to infiltrate them. Again, as you said, Nasira, we have to be careful about how we do this.
What if Mungus were to pursue his contacts with the rogues he met last night, and perhaps others can pursue this sister of Voli, and I don't know, what other routes can we think of?
Well, it might be worth, whenever we get this audience with Loli's sister, asking if there's any way we can curry favor with her.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we quickly gained some appreciation from some small folk by a brief act last night. Perhaps we could begin to make a name for ourselves here in town in similar ways among the small folk, that swaying the opinions of the small folk can be quick and easy, and if larger numbers of small folk have an opinion of us, then that could be a way to make more powerful people take notice. I don't know.
This might be worth waiting for Voli to help discuss, because he'll know the political structure of this area better.
Yeah, my concern is just, I believe that he has the contacts and knowledge of this town that would be useful to us, but I don't know of all his intentions.
Now, you all are up in the suite talking about this,
Yes,
right? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Which, by the way, Eldwin, would you mind? We should have tonight, but will you check our suite for any magic that might? I can't imagine they would have expected anyone of interest to come here, but just make sure we're not
just do a
observed in
quick.
any way.
I'll just do a sweep, make sure, with detect magic.
No, you don't detect any magic up here.
Like,
The only magic, well,
guess.
the only magic is coming from all of your items, the group's items.
Which we're pretty stacked.
Yeah.
I think I have 4.
While this while we're doing this, actually, I'll also just identify that picture.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm feeling like it's gonna be alchemy jug or.
That's what I was
Detect
thinking.
and
I was
water.
thinking
Yeah.
alchemy jug.
So you spend 10 minutes identifying it, and
Canter of Endless Water.
Endless water, nice.
It's got like a geyser mode where you can like knock people
Yep.
over.
water spray. Psh.
Really
It's
good
like
against fire elementals.
It's a fun item that you can do some really resourceful things with in tight moments.
It's also just fun for RP because you never really have to worry about just drinking water.
Also, we can cross a desert now.
It is empty at the moment, but you know that using the Genasi commands will produce several effects from it.
Oh, is it like keyed to Genasi? This
Yeah, you would guess this was made by Genasi, as the keywords are all, what's it called? Whatever the elemental speech is.
Primordial.
Primordial.
Primordial,
Yeah,
and
primordial.
then split into 4 different ones.
Yeah, so this one is primordial with the water one.
Aquan, I think it
Aquan.
is.
Aquan,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's right. Cool.
Nerds.
That was a very very good, very wise purchase, Eldwin. Good job on finding that.
Yep.
It's a very useful item.
Like, only got it for was able to get it for 15 gold.
You
Excellent.
could have got it for 6.
I mean, it's like,
Mungus is
I mean, the
he's a
vendor-
shrewd
I mean-
businessman.
I mean, the vendor was asking for like 30 plus gold to start, so 15 isn't.
That's
that
not
guy
true.
is-
He was asking for 10.
No, shit.
Deception.
No one else was there.
Face. I think Eldwin is trying to save face.
Insight.
Yeah, Anvir just like furrows an eyebrow at you with his massive insight.
But you want to go? I will roll that deception check.
Sure, go for it. All right,
No.
both Anvir and the
Don't
Sierra
believe you.
furrow eyebrows at you.
He will never admit to what happened.
But yeah, what do you all want to do after you finish your little meeting?
I don't know that we can do much except wait for Voli unless we're gonna come up with a plan that we launch ourselves, guys. What do you think?
I think
We
waiting
could-
for
You wanna
him
just
right now
wait?
is the
I
best.
think continuing to I don't know if carouse is the right word, but perhaps continuing to explore the town and make contacts and maybe even try to further those contacts into friendships or favors or something.
Well, I know
could be
Nasira,
valuable.
you said you're working on your scroll, but yeah, other people can try to do other things.
Right.
Or you could-
Nasira is suggesting this to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a terrible idea, but I think it is still worth waiting around for Volley now. and
Well, that's what I
figuring-
mean, though. If we have nothing else to do but wait for him, then perhaps if you guys continue to maybe try to nurture some contacts you've made or to make new contacts, they may give us new ideas or opportunities.
Okay. So is it waiting or is it carousing? So I kind of heard different
Listen.
things there.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone want to do... Let's put it to a vote quick. Who wants to do carousing and who wants to just wait? I'm fine just doing whatever.
Honestly,
Well, I
I'm
mean, you could all
I'll
do
carouse.
different things.
Yeah, we could also
Alright.
just do
Never
that.
carousing.
Some of us can go there.
So you would have to start a new project here because this would be carousing in Revan's Pass. But if you want to carouse Mungus, that is a persuasion-based one. Do you want to carouse with poor people, middle class, or rich people? You have to pay different amounts of money depending on which one you choose.
I'll carouse with middle class, I guess.
Okay, so Mungus is sort of walking around, trying to get into some parties and maybe start some parties, buying people drinks and stuff. So go ahead and start a project in the party sheet, and you would have to spend 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
So yeah, spend the 50, go ahead and start the project there, and yeah, you need to do 5 days, and then you could possibly make some contacts.
Cool.
So Mungus is working on that today. Anyone else doing anything?
I am tempted.
I know you're doing your scroll, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll keep working on the scroll. Now that they bring this news back midday, I was tempted to do something else. But I'll finish the scroll for now and see if Foley shows up tomorrow. Otherwise, I might try
Okay.
something.
So I'll say, yeah, while you guys are kind of waiting, Eldwin, I'll say you are kind of moving around the inn, keeping an eye out for Voli, when you are approached by a man in the bar a couple hours later. Don't think you recognize him. But he would say, you are with the ones who broke up the fight last night, were you not? It's about 3 p.m. right now.
It's like, yes, I was.
He says, "Oh, do you think I could hire you and your friends to help me with something?"
It depends on the job. We do have some business in town, but if we can fit it in, we might be able to help you.
He kind of looks around. You would, well, I guess you're, yeah, even with your passive perception, he looks really nervous. He says, lowering his voice, "It's my brother, you see. He's gone missing. Um, I was hoping maybe you and your friends could help since you're outsiders. He was, he had gone in with the wrong crowd and he owed some people money. I'm assuming he's dead, but I just want to know. I need to know. Can you help me?"
Like, wait here. I can speak to my companions, and we'll see, and we'll talk about this.
Says, "Of course. Do you think? All right, I'll just wait here." And he kind of is still looking around nervously.
Is he in like the common room? Like
Yeah, he's kind of down at in the tavern, which is fairly quiet right now. There's a few people drinking, but they're mostly just kind of cleaning up and getting ready for the evening.
Mungus is probably still out carousing, or is he back now? Or
Yeah, I mean, he probably went over to the marketplace and is just talking to people and maybe even talking to some people at the inn here. Just trying to
Yeah, I
make
just
some
wasn't-
contacts.
wasn't sure whereabouts he would be, if he'd be nearby to be involved in this or not.
Alright, I'll say he
I
is.
would be within earshot.
I'll
Like,
say,
not venturing too far from the party.
yeah, I'll say maybe you bump into Mungus going back upstairs. He's maybe in the lobby talking to some people. Eldwin.
All right. So I was like, oh,
He's planning a party for tonight.
I was like, oh, Mungus, perfect. Like I was approached with some opportunity, and I wanted to run it by everyone.
Okay, go.
So once we gather up, I was like, I was approached by a man downstairs in the common area of the tavern. Apparently, Anvir and Mungus's little show they performed, breaking up that fight, caught their eye, and they're
Okay.
looking to
I'm flattered.
apparently
Is he armed?
does not appear so. He wants to hire us to see if we can find out what happened to his brother who disappeared a couple days ago. Apparently he
I don't think he actually told you when he disappeared. He just said he disappeared.
who
Ooh.
Got
apparently
money?
I wonder if it was that farmer that Nancy was looking at yesterday.
Does he have money?
well I want he definitely has some, but I
Okay.
want to see if we
We'll
want
find out
to
who
we want
his friend is.
do we want to take the time for this though? Because
I think we need more detail. Oh wait, is this in the room?
Sure, I'll
this is
say, or we could say you came up to the room and started. I assume you were going to try to get everyone together anyway.
I think it's worth gathering more information about the specifics of his brother's dealings and disappearance.
Let's go have
It may align with things we're already looking to do, or it may conflict with them, and I think we need to.
And he might
Consider
have
that.
money.
Let's go have a chat at the very least.
Would you be okay with that, Eldwin, if you just brought him upstairs?
yeah,
Okay, just because it would be easier narratively. Alright, so if you all head back down, Anvir, you would recognize him as being one of the men you noticed last night.
One of the ones that
The-
was
Being eyed.
nervous
That was
by
being
the
eyed.
fireplace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there were two people
Oh.
right next to each other.
Yeah. You think this was
Hi.
the guy who was with the nervous guy.
Oh. Oh, was the nervous guy his brother? Sorry.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello again. Or I guess we haven't met, he says, but, hello. Yes, good. I wanted to speak to all of you.
Yes, Eldwin told us a brief little bit about what troubles you. Could you give us a little more details?
Yes, of course. I was actually here last night when you all were. There was that scuffle, and do you think we could talk somewhere more private? I'm sorry, I'm just a little nervous.
Yeah, do we just want to go back to our room with him?
Alright, so if you bring him upstairs, he would basically tell you that after he left last night, he was going with his brother somewhere when suddenly he fell unconscious. Not sure why, but then when he awoke, his brother was gone. Arcana might give you some insight here. Arcana, religion, or nature.
Oh, I have one of them.
I think.
I'll go Arcana.
Ooh. Yeah. So all of you would, even Mungus, all of you would guess that he had some kind of sleep spell cast on him. That's the only thing you could think of that would put someone out just so instantly.
I know nothing of that weakness.
Yeah. But he says, yeah, when I awoke, my brother was gone, and I have no idea where he is. Yeah, I'll pay you as much as I can. I mean, if he's still alive, I need to do what I can to save him, and if he's not, I'd just like to know. He says,
Did you say that they went back down to the bar to discuss this?
No, I think
no,
we
they're
went
up
back to our room.
in the room.
Oh, we're in the
So
room.
you're,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you brought him to your room, they said.
Do you have anything?
He wanted
else?
somewhere more pro.
He says he was in a little bit with one of the members of the pit gang, so I'm guessing they had something to do with this.
I think
He owed money to the wrong people.
Do you have anything that belongs to him?
I don't have it prepared.
Well,
No. Well, that's
he
okay. We could still ask these questions and plan our. Yeah, go ahead.
he says I could probably get something. I don't have anything on me, but yeah, I think I can get something.
Yes, well that works out. I think what they're getting at is I do have a power to look at people.
Oh, yeah,
Does
certainly.
it not help to have maybe a
Yes.
likeness of the person as well?
Well, he actually did see him last night.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true. That helps. Yeah,
I've
good.
seen him.
Okay.
I'll link it. I can't actually do it right now, but I will link it, and I'll go over some of the things that I might want from him.
Does anyone have investigation trained?
yeah.
So, with investigation, if you were at the scene, you might be able to get more info. Maybe even do some tracking if someone has survival.
All right.
I don't know if you
I'm
want to
not
mention
gonna-
that.
survival.
Does he need? Does the same person need to have both, or can they be assisted?
No, it doesn't have to be the same person.
Okay. All right.
And Mungus, yeah, you would know that too, that there's a chance that tracks may have been left behind if someone kidnapped him.
Yeah, so I'd say if he has a likeness or a picture,
I smell them.
any form of body part, like hair or anything like that.
It's a little
Body
bit
part.
grim.
Right.
And-
I think I could
Or
find
a
some.
Maybe from his
possession.
hairbrush.
Yeah, I might be able to get
like
some hair.
Doesn't have to be that.
So he says, yeah, I'll
Give me-
see what I
give me
can
an
get.
old shirt. Let me get an old shirt.
Garments are a different thing. But yeah, those are three separate things that will help me if he can get any combination of those three things, because I think they all stack as well.
All right, so I'll say he is going off to get those. But we are at time, so we might want to do MVP votes, and we'll pick this up next week as you go looking for this guy and wait for Voldy to come
So
back.
you're saying that we could still investigate the common room and perhaps still find clues, despite.
I more meant investigate where he fell asleep.
Oh, where was that? Did he say?
He
Wh-
said it
where
was
he woke up, I guess.
He was well, yeah. He passed out in an alleyway while he was going away from the tavern with his brother.
Might be able to search there later.
Yeah, I think that.
Survival or
Yeah.
investigation.
All right. And let's see, MVP is always so hard. I hate it.
Yeah, good
want
game,
everyone
everyone.
to get it.
Hope you all had fun. There's a lot of silliness this game, but that's fine.
Not always a bad thing.
Honestly, like if anyway,
least-
I feel like it was all in character. Like,
Oh yeah,
it
no.
was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad. It definitely was pretty in
alright,
character.
can someone walk me through how to whisper again? Because
Slash
here.
W space GM space the name you want to vote for.
Got it.
Yeah, I think. Oh, maybe it's not in pins.
I did it.
Even before the brother showed up and started talking to Eldwin, Nasira was considering going and paying a visit to that Nancy. Now that we know she works at a brothel, or she might work at a brothel, I don't know. But she was at the brothel. Like I was actually considering that.
I put
and
the,
then this dude shows up. Like,
I put the command in Discord chat also and pinned it, so you can always look at it in the pins now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that spell pinged off.
that
I
was
saw that.
amazing, Anvir. Oh,
I just want to say we could have got that magical item for 6 gold.
Oh,
Like
jeez.
we overpaid for
Guy-
that.
well, no, we did not overpay. It's a magical item. We paid 15
I know,
gold
but we
for a
could have gotten it
magical
for
item.
6. We could have
Yeah.
gotten
No,
it
that
for
was
6.
a fucking steal.
That
We
was
just,
such
like,
a steal.
Robbed that man.
Those things usually go for like 100,
Yeah.
To 300.
500.
Guys, we had.
I
this
was muted. I was muted at the time, but like I rolled for it. I had persuasion and like look at in the chat. We
Yeah,
could've
we
gotten
did
for
see it.
6.
We were like, "Why are you rolling?"
So I said a chair came flying in from off screen. The 23 intimidate. Just
from,
hit the
other
guy in the
side of
head.
The market.
Yeah, but also,
so-
Mungus, you weren't there at that point. That was when Eldwin had snuck off by himself.
Yeah, he said he just was
honestly,
gonna go look
though,
around for a
like,
moment.
Eldwin's epic magic item find. Anvir's epic I just located, or at least
Speaking
better-
of which, there
better
is
than
a
we've had
tie
located
between
Scarlet.
Eldwin and Anvir.
Nice.
Makes sense.
You bastard!
So give me D20 rolls.
Ooh,
Wah, wah, wah. All right, so Anvir, you are MVP. Congrats.
we do inspired or story point now? I can't remember.
It's
Inspire.
inspired
Yeah, I
now.
thought it was.
Story points are much more hard to get now.
And
Yeah, that's
Mungus, your antics actually gave us some leads and contacts. Like if you hadn't gone to the brothel, we wouldn't have, kind of seen Nancy there. And if you hadn't played cards with those dudes, I feel like everyone did really good this session. It was
Yeah,
so good.
as stupid as it sounded that we
Well,
went to the
yeah,
brothel
it was
to
good.
change
It was
gold. That ended up working
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, no, I saw that gate and I'm like, wonder how much town is behind that gate. And I just did it out on a whim. And then he's like, you do detect her actually. And I'm just there like,
Oh.
Exactly.
I love it. All right, cool.
All right, I
Uh,
gotta remember what happened during the game, so I'm gonna take some notes.
I got
I remembered to
go.
take notes mostly.
Hey, so I would love some feedback because I am so new at this. Like seriously, you guys are now the longest crew that I've ever played with. So can I get any feedback about how I'm playing? Am I doing this right?
I'm
You know?
loving it. You're very spontaneous, but I think that's really good. I think that adds a lot of flavor.
you're chaotic,
and-
but not chaotic stupid.
Yeah, and I think that it's sometimes you're not you put out what you want to do, not necessarily some of us who have been playing longer. We say what we want to do within the confines of the game rules that we understand. And so
Uh-huh.
sometimes I hope you don't feel discouraged. I feel like you do put out things frequently that end up getting modified, well, you can't do that, but and I hope you don't feel discouraged, but because you do put out things in terms of I want to do this, where it's not necessarily within the confines of the rules, and then we tell you, well, this applies and that changes things or what have you. But like, I enjoy your spontaneity.
Cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I feel like I've learned a lot just by the few sessions that we've had. I really, really appreciate you guys kind of bearing with me in the learning process. So thank
Oh
you.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
considering you joined in at level 10, which meant there was a lot of shit that had already happened. You were
Which
not
makes me feel like kind of a fraud. Like
you
Well,
you
yeah,
came in the
getting-
deep end.
Besides the story, like trying to figure out what's going on, it's also just like playing a character that you didn't like gradually earn all these abilities. You just suddenly have to know them all at once. It's hard.
just like,
really
okay.
hard.
Yeah, like when this was the first cleric I ever played, but I got to learn cleric as okay, this is what I have access at level 1. I've leveled to 2. This is now what I have access to. You were just like, okay, I have 10 levels worth of abilities here.
barbarian. And a barbarian.
You've got to understand that a majority of campaigns also like
Do not make it to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right, yeah.
because like I don't know what Lou's final plan for how long this campaign will really go for, but I know
We
most
will march on
campaigns.
forever.
Yeah, like, most
Level
campaigns.
20, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. But like most campaigns that I've heard of typically finish by like 14th, 15th.
Well, there
And
are
those are
some
like-
campaigns that are actually designed to be like a certain range, like 1 to 6 or
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
But then there are open campaigns that are just like you level as you go, and you know you level to as long as you play. But yeah,
Don't get me wrong, I would love to go to level 20, but I also understand how big of a like thing that is to like DM for, because like
Yeah,
you can
Mhm.
get
combat gets
real out of
crazier.
hand.
well, I've heard that the balance is bad, and I can understand.
Oh, it
Oh,
absolutely
like
is.
because at like 17th level in that, you're just like, oh, there's how many skeletons? 400 meteor swarm.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
even at like level 12, 13, 14, even at those levels, the enemies
Oh, yeah.
start getting like insta death type abilities. So
Uh-huh.
To be
it's
fair,
scarier.
to be fair, there are some low level monsters that do that. I remember
Sure.
I had a character die to a banshee once.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, when you're low level, like honestly, like the first few levels, I feel way more vulnerable. Like once you get to like level 4, I feel stronger. I feel strong from like level 4 to at least level 10 or 12. Like I feel pretty strong. But like when you're like level 1, 2, 3, like it is so easy to get squished. I've seen more PCs die at those levels than anything. below.
Especially
Yeah.
wizards.
Oh, yeah. It was so rough starting this because I'm like, I'm a Bladesinger wizard. I want to go in, but if I go in, I will die.
Yeah, no, most
But
horrifying moment.
now you tank for us. Not like maybe not for long periods, but you've been pivotal. You know, now you're pretty
Yeah.
badass.
Oh god, yeah, but no, most terrifying moment of my D&D career was 100% the time I was playing a bard that had a negative wisdom score. We fought a banshee. We were like level 5 or something, and they rolled really high initiative and used their whale immediately. Everyone
only
else.
reason-
Everyone else succeeded. I rolled a natural 1 - 1, so I got a 0 and insta dropped to 0 hit points.
The only reason, okay, maybe not the only reason, but like when the only party I've played with that has encountered banshees, we were higher level. We were probably 8 or 10, something like that. Not high level, but like we weren't low. And I was playing a druid who had is it Warding Wind? What's the spell that deafens? I think it's Warding Wind. Anyway,
Yeah.
I used a spell to deafen my own allies, and we were able to like resist the banshees as a result, and it worked so well. It was so good.
Nice.
Yeah, no. But it was actually really funny because we just decided what happened to my character is he literally had a heart attack. But he was a half orc, so he came back. Just at
So-
1 hit point.
So okay, Nasira kind of wants to go to that brothel and hire some special time with Nancy.
Just beat
But-
shit out of her.
out of character, like I mean, I am completely useless at like creatively role playing a seduction. But on the other hand, like, I mean, if the dice do the work, like I would kind of sort of like to see if I can charm her and like get her to fill us in on what the heck's going on.
I think it's
you know?
funny that the character with the most social awkwardness is now the character with the highest persuasion.